gorgeous and ready to ride.
And if you want to take a look at the selection, they can just roll into the showroom and see a full variety.
We've got them all in stock, ready to go.
So if you log on, cyclesofjacksonville.com, search the Triumph line, and then head into the showroom. You'll be impressed. Cycles of Jacksonville.
Hicken here for Bow 9 Associates, where you'll find Jacksonville's most esteemed eye doctors at each of their locations. After being selected for one of the most competitive ophthalmology fellowships in the world, Dr. Frank Bowden is frequently called upon for his expert opinion. He is currently one of the few cornea and external disease specialists in the area and the founder of Bow 9. Visit Bow 9 Associates today and experience the difference. Bow 9 Associates, keeping the first coast focused.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you. Call 904-722-1111.
Instant Keys saves the day if you've lost or broken keys. They can program new keys and remotes for nearly every make and model of vehicle at a fraction of the dealership cost. Fast, honest, and reliable locksmith service. Call Instant Keys, 722-1111.
Need or want cash? Beach's Jewelry and Pawn has cash available. Ready to buy guitars, surfboards, jewelry, firearms, tools, and especially gold. They need it all, selling or pawning. Get cash on the spot at Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jacksonville Beach.
1010XL, WJXL AM and FM, Jacksonville Beach, home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. From the offseason to the postseason, nobody covers the Jaguars like 1010XL. Memories.
He's going to take it all the way.
Moments.
Big moment.
Highlights.
Can you believe this?
Huddle up with 1010XL and Window World of Northeast Florida as we prepare the path for the showdown in the Superdome.
Frank Frangie here. It's new year, new truck time at Nimnik Buick GMC, home of the largest inventory of GMC Sierras in Northeast Florida and Southeast Georgia. This month, save up to $10,000 off select new GMC Sierra 1500s or enjoy rates as low as 0% zero APR financing. Yes, 0%. You can't find deals like this anywhere in Jacksonville. Shop 24/7 online at NimnikBuickGMC.com. Value your trade and customize your payment options in seconds. Nimnik Buick GMC. GMC, we are professional grade.
This is Tony Boselli, Pro Football Hall of Famer. I was known for protecting our quarterback. These days, I'm extending that protection to a different arena, your home. I have partnered with Heritage Roofing of North Florida, your premier local roofers with over 25 years of experience. Heritage is your go-to roofer for hurricane preparation with same-day inspections and estimates. They also work with all insurance companies. Let Heritage Roofing of North Florida safeguard your home and family. Visit heritagenfl.com for your free estimate today.
State license CCC 1335410.
Are you an experienced chiller technician and looking for a role where your skills are truly valued? It's time to make the move to Local 234, plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. You'll get top pay, comprehensive health and welfare benefits for your family, and a pension that doesn't come out of your pocket. Join the team that's got your back. Local 234, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit UA234.com to send your resume today.
Equal opportunity employer.
If you're ready to transform your yard with a fence that stands out, elevate your curb appeal with Superior Fence and Rail. Superior takes pride in offering first-class service, friendly installers, and unmatched fence products. Mention this ad and get $250 off your next project. It's time to get off the fence and call today.
When you're on the fence, about the fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
Are you 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, or have children? Listen up. Have you done your last will and estate planning? If you have questions, call Matt Hinson with the Hinson Law Firm. Reach him at 527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
Pizza to Tea here, and Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here it's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find the scratch kitchen that comes through in the clutch every day, from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar. Come on, somebody.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Coogan Nation. Time to rise and shine and start your day with Duval Sports Media Big Steppers. Dan Hicken.
You know it!
Jeff Prosser.
It's a big deal.
Gosh, it sure is a big deal.
And E to the T.
E.T. is in the booth.
Rise and shine, Googans, go time on a Tuesday when we're so jam-packed we're calling audibles at the line of scrimmage as we get you going today on a Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday. You will hear live from the big fella this morning. Just go ahead and text me in your draft request, huh? Anything else y'all want? Anything you want me to take care of? Breakfast with Boselli in a new role.
It all starts
Thank you.
with Dan Hicken and Jeff Prosser.
You bet it does. And it ends with Big Bo now with an official spot up there in the front office. And listen, I've I'm like you. I have some of the same questions you do. That EVP can mean different things in different places. So I'm sure Tony will be happy to share with us just the exact expectations of his role as the executive vice president of football operations. A search for GM continues. Obviously, Tony, a big part of that. It sounds like the way the organizational setup will be, neither of the three have, quote unquote, power over the others. EVP, head coach, GM, they will all report to Shad Khan. And in some setups, the GM is very powerful. The coach reports to the GM, has very little, sometimes to do with straight, direct owner conversations. But anyway, it's a perfect day, huh? Good timing, 7:15 this morning, Breakfast with Boselli. We'll get Tony's thoughts on his new role, and let's get a lay of the land here. Now that you are officially part of this whole process, we'll take advantage of that for the next couple of weeks as well. But you know what? I'm going to say this, Tooey. All right, we kid around a bunch. We have a good time. We have fun.
We do.
We have fun with audio. Tony's a good friend. I'm really happy for him. I mean, he loves Jacksonville. He loves this franchise. I think in a lot of ways it'll be interesting to talk with Tony. And I think yesterday, he may have even mentioned in some other outlets that this is a lot like. I think his role will be a lot like that of offensive tackle here as a player, right? His job is to best protect and support other people. And I think that's what his role is. But again, we'll get the exact lay of the land from Tony himself. But back to it initially, really happy, man. This is a guy. There's a lot of places Tony Boselli could have landed. And it speaks for our area here. It speaks for Jacksonville, Florida, for what we are, despite what they say. And we're lucky that Tony and his family stayed here in Jacksonville. And hopefully the curse of Tony Boselli ends with his. I thought maybe the Hall of Fame would do it. We got a little bit of juice, but now back as an active, integral part of the organization. I'll remind you that when the Jaguars let Tony Boselli go in the expansion draft, it ain't never been the same. Now it coincides with a lot of things going off center for the franchise back at the turn of the century. But I'll remind you that when Tony Boselli played for the Jaguars, and that Hall of Fame career speaks to it, they went out and beat the hell out of people. I mean, they went out and pushed them around. They fought, scratched, kicked. They bit. They were physical. They were disciplined for the most part. They're like any NFL team. There's a lot of teams around the league that can say the same thing. It's a hard league to win in. But win is what they did when Tony was putting on his helmet and shoulder pads, and that same mentality, that same intensity, it's there. A lot of smiles, a lot of joy in getting this job for Tony Boselli. I know how the dude operates between four walls, too, now. Tony ain't the type to go, tiptoeing into the room, all smiles and, attaboys.
Hey, business.
Yeah. And good. So we'll see. We'll see with the GM. I guess now we have officially, unofficially 5 candidates. It looks like it'll come down to at GM. I have that list of names. We'll go over them. Some of the same names that we mentioned the other day when there was 2 or 3 that seemed to be in the lead, so to speak. I'm curious about so many angles here. Some things have nothing to do with maybe this year's Jaguars. Maybe, though. But I'm wondering about a guy, and I'm not an agent. And I'm not in an advisory role. This is a sports fan's curiosity, again, with a layer of friendship in there. But is it wrong for me to want to wish for somebody else's career? You know what I'm saying? Is it wrong for me to want to direct someone else's career? I mean, am I the only one that would love to see Mark Brunell considered in an offensive coordinator's role here?
No, I was thinking about that last night.
If it's something that Mark wants, now that's important. And by the way, what you want is what you want for the variety of reasons that you are you, in this case, you being Mark. I know this. If Mark were interested, a long time ago, inroads could have been made. I saw that another one of Detroit's offensive, like the passing game coordinator, I think it was, took an offensive coordinator's job with Aaron Glenn. So Ben Johnson's gone. The passing game coordinator's gone. I mean, here's quarterbacks coach Mark Brunell. What else there in Detroit? Would he want to, or in turn, become the OC in Detroit? If that were going to happen, wouldn't it have happened already? Does he want more of a role, advisory, not necessarily play calling per se? I mean, to each his own. I just had a little wish list. As long as we're getting the gang back together. I wonder if Mark in a highly placed offensive role here wouldn't work. I know he likes where he is. Didn't want to go with Ben Johnson to Chicago. Doubt he would have wanted to go to New York with Aaron Glenn. You know, I think he'll stay in Detroit, or if there was a perfect opportunity in Jacksonville, and the most perfect opportunity for Mark would have been Ben Johnson getting this job. And their relationship and I think an expectation of where Mark's career would have gone there. But anyway, we will have Tony live coming up in the 7 o'clock hour, the new executive vice president of football ops. So congrats to all. And now, look, today's the day. We'll pat you on the back. And then don't listen some Mondays, maybe. No, I expect a turnaround now. We have a Hall of Fame presence. That EVP can mean different things in different spots, right? And we've seen more ceremonial placements of guys into president of football operation or executive vice president. Didn't Dan Marino take that job in Miami for half a minute?
Yeah,
Like
did.
Years ago, after he had retired, doing this similar situation, the Dolphins in a struggle, and Dan Marino stepped into that. It took like one trip to the Senior Bowl for Marino to go like, yeah, no. I was at that Senior Bowl, right as he had taken the job. You know, over there covering the Jaguars storylines. Then talked to Dan. I can remember talking to Dan Marino, there in Mobile just after he had got that job. And he, too, was all smiles and go get him. So, anyway, we talk with Tony. Boy, you know what I've learned here about the mock drafts? E.T., good morning, friend. Officially. It's a Calvin Truck Accessories Tuesday, gang. We're loaded today, man. Matt Every going to join us. Matt Every's a big hit, isn't he?
Booming.
They love Matty E. Does a great job, and I appreciate him filling in along the way. Him and the boys over there at Live Forever Golf doing us a solid in a pinch. So we'll have Matty again today. Looking forward to that. As mentioned, Breakfast with Boselli pushed back from yesterday today. Now we see what, quote, work was going on yesterday morning. We had hoped it had been a knock on the door down in South Florida for Freddie T and a call to the hall, but instead it was the final, I guess, crossing of the T's and dotting of the I's here in town. But
had to let the ink dry.
Yeah, sure we did. We got brunch for the tour today.
Ooh.
So we'll get. It's not often you hope you're still in last. I probably won a little bit with Scheffler last week, and I was in DAL, so I'm hoping I'm still in last. I like that first pick, man.
You like the first pick?
Well, yeah. Actually, I say that. Is Scheffler playing this week?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, Scotty's in the field, then I want to have that first pick. Do I have it, E? Have you added it up yet?
No, I haven't. I'm going to do that here in a break.
Yeah, I mean, just tell me how far out of last I was. I mean, I could have won more than a couple of hundred with Scheffler over the weekend. Anyway, brunch with the tour comes your way with some golf talk and, the pro playing perspective as well with Matt. Maybe I'll let Matt do my picks this week, by the way. That might not be a bad idea. I don't want to say anything, but did Hicken leave his picks with you?
We got a little drama.
What do you mean?
We got a little drama with that. He did contact me.
What does that mean? I mean, you guys in your drama always ends up screwing me, no matter which side I'm on.
Well, this is the thing. That's why I wanted to present this to you.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
6:13. I got to grind my gears already today.
Because if it was the other way around, I'd present it to him.
All right.
So he sent me a text. He said, for golf picks tomorrow, please just go in order of the odds. I'm too drunk to look at this. So.
All right, first.
Dan
Hicken doesn't drink.
Of course. Yeah, it's a little controversy. How do we approach this?
I mean, that would be like me on how would it go on a 5-pack if I texted in, just give me the first 5 favorites that are available?
I mean,
Can I do that, I guess?
I mean, I had to present it to you. I
hear you. I mean, I don't, whatever. Whatever. I'm not frustrated. I'm just sitting, I'm contemplating, like, what do I care?
All right.
I mean, you're free to pick it that way every week. Anyway, perhaps I should be looking at the odds to win every week. I haven't done it at all, and I've been on a terrible schneid, as they say. So, running by the guys, I don't really have a problem with it. That might tiptoe on you. I know I'm not saying you go by him exclusively. You follow those a little bit more. Maybe we can together collude and screw him somehow. Like, find the betting odds that are way off, and let's just take the guys. You know what I'm saying? Jeepers. I was going to talk about the mock drafts. You know what I've determined? You know what I'm learning here real quick, because I'm now starting to look at them. When you pick fifth, the mock drafts are boring. I mean, let's just send the crew up to Ann Arbor, Michigan, because it's like 90% of the mock drafts, you're either getting Mason Graham, the defensive lineman, or Will Johnson, the corner. You feel me?
I feel you.
I mean, that's everywhere.
Oh, man.
Every once in a while, Travis Hunter will fall. Shoot, I saw one where Travis Hunter was there, and they didn't take him because Abdul Carter was still there, and they went that direction instead. But most of the mocks, most of them, have either Mason Graham, the defensive lineman out of Michigan, or Will Johnson, the cornerback out of Michigan. Most of the mocks have a couple of quarterbacks going in the top 3. Most of them. Not all of them. Quarterbacks going, I think helps the Jags. If Carter is not going to fall all the way to 5, if Abdul Carter, listen, here's what else is going to happen, and this is why the mock drafts are an exercise and not instructions. We haven't even started the in-person scouting, the going to the on-campus workouts, the in-person interviews, the combine. There's a lot of sorting still to be done. And yeah, you're basing what we're seeing in mock drafts right now in part on what the person making the mock draft thinks the best fit is, in addition to the talent that these prospects have seemed to play to in college. But it's completely outside of the in-circle conversations among teams. I'm sure teams look at these mock drafts at certain points and just giggle. Like, what? All right, so anyway, we're up and rolling. Lots of football to get to. More Super Bowl talk, as I told you. We got Matt Everett. We got Brunch with the Tour. We got Breakfast with Boselli. 9 o'clock hour, Coach Jason Gibson of the Sharks going to drop by.
Oh, I thought you was already getting happy for the 9 o'clock nasty.
Well, we'll have a nice, cordial conversation with Coach G, and then you can get as nasty as you want to. How about that?
Fair.
All right. There's nothing more annoying than covering the same story every day like it's just breaking news. But I do have one more just kind of sidebar commentary. It'll be real quick on this Luka AD trade. I think there's a couple things here that now, 36 hours later, they're not sitting well with me. And it's outside of all the other things we've talked about, right? Those meat and potatoes, what's wrong with this deal? Who else was involved? How do you only get this? Yada, yada, yada. But now there's one other lingering aspect, narrative to this trade that is starting to feel pretty Bush League on the part of one of these two teams. You're listening to The Drill. It's Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday. Big toys for big boys and so much more. You can count on Catlin.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. 1010XL's Dan Hicken dominated Folio Weekly's Best of 2024. Best TV sports anchor, Dan Hicken. Best radio sports anchor, Dan Hicken. Best radio sports show starring Dan Hicken. 1010XL, the home of Dan Hicken.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes. Around this time last year, I was celebrating. Why? Because I had reached my goal of dropping 40 pounds with Awaken 180. It felt great. We all set goals, but most times we don't have a plan to hit them. So it's not really a goal. I'd call it more of a wish, and we know how that saying goes. With Awaken 180, I didn't wish the weight away. I had a plan, and this time I knew I'd reach my goal, and I did it. 40 pounds gone in just 2 months. Simple. That was a year ago, and I haven't put on a pound. How do I feel? Like $1 million. Like the horizon line that looked so far away all those years is now right in front of me. And it's a brand new day. And it's time to seize it. Night and day from where I felt carrying around all that weight, having to untuck my shirts, winded trying to tie my shoes. If you're overweight, you know what I mean. Set your goal and know you'll reach it with the solution for weight loss. Call 844-346-1800 or online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Mia here. You want to know what I'm so over? Resolutions. You want to know what I am into? The revolution hitting the road in a new Toyota from Arlington Toyota. So what do you say? Join the Arlington Toyota revolution and save big with financing as low as 0% on select new models. Or get up to $8,500 off select new Toyotas. Plus, every new Toyota purchase from Arlington Toyota comes with Arlington's lifetime warranty and 60-day exchange. Shop in person on Atlantic Boulevard, just a quarter mile east of 295 or at arlingtontoyota.com. Visit arlingtontoyota.com/0% for full details.
It all begins with Speed Weeks, presented by Advent Health, February 12th through 16th. The Daytona 500 is sold out, but you can still win a 4-pack of tickets to all the other Speed Weeks races. What driver won the 2024 Daytona 500? Text the driver's last name to 641-1010. What driver won the 2024 Daytona 500? For a chance to win a 4-pack of tickets to the Speed Weeks races, text the driver's last name to 641-1010.
Upgrade your home with the winning combination of style and performance from Renewal by Andersen. Energy efficient, custom-built replacement windows and doors. For a limited time, buy 4 windows or patio doors and get the 5th free. Plus, 0 down, no payments, and no interest for 18 months. This offer expires February 28th. Renewal by Andersen, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
Denny Thompson here. This is the last week to enter for a chance to win a $2,500 prize over at the new Tyson Sound and Security showroom. I'm talking a 75-inch loaded Samsung TV with 3D surround sound, a soundbar with wireless subwoofer, and installation is included. Stop by the new showroom, check out the setup, and drop your name in the box to enter for your chance to win. Giveaway ends Sunday, so go now to Tyson Sound and Security, 3555 U.S. Highway 17 in Fleming Island.
U.S. Border Patrol PBR is at 5-Star Veterans Memorial Arena February 22nd and 23rd. For your chance to win a 4-pack of tickets, text PBR to the text line covered by Lifetime Flooring at 641-1010.
Cannonball!
Honey, someone's in our pool.
Oh, refreshing.
John, what are you doing?
Oh, hey, Dave. Seeing as how me and the guys at Clearwater Irrigation reinstalled your sprinklers after the pool contractor ripped it out, I thought you wouldn't mind if I took a quick dip.
But in a Jaguar print Speedo?
Yeah, Dave. My bad.
Clearwater Irrigation. We can't sing a lick, but we sure are good at sprinklers.
And drainage, too.
Mike Dempsey here. Look, you know, it's been 10 years that I've been vouching for my guys at Dandy Boots, and for a decade, I'm proud of my association with a local family business. They make a great product. I've made no secret that I was a customer long before Dandy ever came on board on 1010XL. But I'm thinking I'm due a little Dandy swag, maybe a little love. How about a Dandy t-shirt, a ball cap? So how about it, Thompson family? What do you got going on over there? In the meantime, I'm going to keep eating those delicious tuna salad sandwiches. So guys, keep helping me out and grab a Dandy sandwich today.
Epic announcement. It's been cold in Florida. Epic Cool Heating and Air will tune up that furnace and keep you epically warm. Stay epically comfortable and visit epichvacservice.com. That's epichvacservice.com.
Transform your bathroom with stunning shower glass from Sky Glass Solutions in Jacksonville Beach. For a free quote, call 904-608-5151 or visit skyglasssolutions.com.
When it comes to towing products, your safety is the priority at Cannons of Jacksonville. Cannons has decades of experience to ensure your towing setup is installed with precision and reliability. Visit cannonsofjacks.com, your trusted partner for a smoother tow.
Ackerman Urology offers the most advanced options for improving men's health and vitality. Their board-certified urologists treat all prostate disease and sexual health issues. Call their new location at World Golf Village or visit AckermanUrology.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, we're back. We're going to keep our attention in football. A couple of guys have come open and trade. We are like Pavlov's dog here in Jacksonville. Anytime, anytime. This has been this way for years, as long as I can remember. And in today's age of social media, maybe this happens with every fan base. But, buddy, as soon as any kind of all-pro now or in the not-so-distant past becomes available, immediately we want him.
Yeah.
I'll get him. How do we get him?
Yep, and we try to figure out a way to get him.
That's right. And there were a couple of those that came available yesterday. I'm going to circle back to that. ET had a question for me coming up in just a second. But first, I'm going to a couple of days now to marinate on this trade. And, you know, I'm going to keep it outside of everything that we've already talked about, the Doncic for LeBron and everything that went in, or the Doncic for AD joining LeBron and everything that went into it. But now I find myself agreeing 100% with something that Luka's dad said. This isn't helicopter dad. This isn't, and he wasn't complaining. Luka took it like a man. I read a really interesting deep dive on ESPN with three of their reporters on exactly the timing and how this played out. And it does seem like, unbelievably, no one knew. It turns out Harrison of Dallas and Pelinka of the Lakers have a long relationship with each other. It goes back to the Nike days where they were those two and Kobe were the three amigos. So they go way back. So if any two guys could pull off a quiet, clandestine deal without anyone else finding out, at least in reading that dive, it seems like that's the case.
Ooh, clandestine.
Yeah, there you go. But here, though, is a very, very fair point that Luka's pops made. Luka hadn't said much. He's going to go on his way. You know, you want to trade him? Trade him. You traded him. Stand by it. You don't have to make the alibis and these always this or that. And that's fair. This dude came there. He gave you 5 All-NBA seasons, but, doesn't care enough about his conditioning or, we're worried about him getting injured. No, you want to do a deal, go do a deal, find your guy, but you don't got to send him out of town like he left you wanting. Dude's 25 years old. He's been first-team All-NBA 5 times already. You do the math. Well, we're upset because during season he gained 15 pounds. I mean, come on, man. So from that standpoint, that part is starting to feel kind of Bush League on behalf of Dallas. Coming up all these excuses of the shortcomings of Doncic are what made you deal him. Please. I have a hard time rooting for Luka in L.A. I'm not a big Lakers supporter. Always loved Luka. The Hawks drafted him, should have kept him. Is he a young dude, probably not living the healthiest? You know what they want? They want everyone to be like, to have a commitment to body and fitness like LeBron. They want everyone to have a work ethic like Kobe or Jordan. That's not how it goes, man. They don't all have that. You got such a unique set of skills here. Dallas, you're stupid, man. Period. And so we've already all determined that. And I understand you don't like hearing the court of public opinion. Just stand by. We felt we needed to make a move. history will judge if we're right or wrong. Not feeding your little sources, your little rats, their little cheese. Well, he's a little too heavy. We ask him to lose 15 pounds. He gained 10. He's this, that, or the other. No, he's 25 with 5 first-team All-NBA. So I'll take fat Luka if you don't want him. I mean, have we not seen players in their career go up and down? I mean, Shaq never battled his fitness, did he? You're crazy, Dallas. You traded for a 31-year. And by the way, here's another narrative that's not fair. Anthony Davis is a superstar. I don't know what y'all are talking about. I know he's 31. I know he's been injured. He's a stud. This isn't chopped liver that they got for Luka. It's the age, right? He's 31. He's been through a bunch of injuries already. He has been hobbled. But I think you'd be surprised if you look at AD the last few years. He's not missing 50 games a year. Pull up AD for me. I've gotten off on a tangent now. And now, just for my own sake of curiosity, I'm curious just how unavailable Anthony Davis has been the last couple of years. He doesn't seem real ticked about leaving, does he? I mean, he seems pretty happy and ready to go. Let's go Mavs. So
he's a quiet guy.
Yeah, we'll see. Look, and by the way, if Luka is hurt and out of shape or whatever it is they're saying, and for this particular postseason and stretch run to pair AD with Kyrie and not have 2 ball-dominant guys on offense, maybe it'll be a move that, doesn't show up this year. I'll remind you, you went to the finals last year. There's your bar.
Got AD pulled up.
Yeah, this season, what are we, like 60 games in maybe?
42, because it says games played 42, games started 42.
I mean, how many games has there been in the season is what I'm saying. That would be, I got that part.
All right.
Just to see how many he would have missed. So he's played 42 this year.
He started all 42 he's played.
And the Lakers have played 47. So that doesn't exactly, that's not Joel Embiid, is it? What about last year?
He played 76 games.
Okay, there's 82 games. So there's another one. There's 82 games he played in 76 last year. And the year before?
56.
That's a banged up year.
Yeah.
What about 2020, the year that, I don't know, they won the title?
36.
Out of like 40, right?
Yeah, it was a shortened year that year.
I mean, that's not exactly a guy. I bet you Luka's missed as many games the last few years. I mean, he's currently missed like 20-something of them, hadn't he?
They played since Christmas this year.
Yeah, and it hadn't been 20 this year then since Christmas. Although it's probably pushing it since Christmas, right? Probably missed 15 since Christmas. So Anthony Davis isn't a talent to be trifled with. And y'all think a guy played for 7 years, now he's done history? Terrible? Terrible. That's just terrible. So anyway, just that mini rant. I mean, Dallas, be a little classier. And I know it's not you specifically going up and saying, but obviously this is the narrative. You got to justify don't justify the trade. I guess that's what we're saying.
I don't know. Luka seems a little durable.
Oh, he does. He's been
outside of this year.
Outside of this year.
Last year he played in 70.
Okay.
The year before that he played in 66.
Okay.
And the year before that he played in 65.
Okay, well, I'll say last year 70. You said 80. He played 76. The year before you said he played 66, right?
Uh-huh.
Is that the year AD played 56?
That was 22.
Yeah, so, I mean, they're comparable, and it's not as far apart as it looks in the last few years. But there's a big age difference here, and there's no doubt the Lakers won the trade. And, again, all those other conspiracy theories we talked about yesterday. I'm just saying, hey, Dallas, let's tap the brakes on, justifying by piling all these things on Luka. E.T., a couple of guys came now into the shiny objects we so adore.
Okay.
A couple of guys yesterday, one by his own volition, and the other told by his team. 2 veterans are now available on the trade market.
Yeah. One of them I like both of them, actually.
Yeah, I don't want to have any. You want to talk about availability.
Cooper?
Hard no to Cooper Kupp. Hard no. Hard no. That guy's playing 10, 12 games a year at max the last few years. He peaked with the Super Bowl MVP, won the Triple Crown. That was a long time ago now, right?
It was a minute ago.
Yeah, it's 4 or 5 years ago since all that happened. So Cooper Kupp's in his 30s, and he's on the wrong side of, recent injury history. So that one doesn't do much for me at all, especially if you're giving up assets. Myles Garrett, now that's another one. And if you missed it, Myles Garrett has made it official. He wants out of Cleveland. He's requested a trade. I just checked the number of teams that will be interested in Myles Garrett is 31. I mean, right? I mean, look, you had a question for me when it came to Myles Garrett.
Yeah, man. So right now the Jacksonville Jaguars are set to draft 5th in this year's NFL draft. We often talk about Travis Hunter. Like, if he's available, he's our guy. That's who we would like, because we need help at that cornerback. But we need help in a lot of different spaces as far as the Jacksonville Jaguars team. Now, Jeff, I asked you, if we know that Travis Hunter is going to be available with that 5th overall pick, and we have the opportunity to go get Myles Garrett, what would you do? Would you go get Myles Garrett? Would you?
Yes.
Because obviously,
whatever. I'm going to go get Myles Garrett.
You got to do some moving and some shaking.
Yeah, I'll trade. Yes, 100%. Yeah. Yeah, I would trade the 5th pick, even if it were Travis Hunter, in a heartbeat, for Myles Garrett. Sure. But, and by the way, I'll go ahead and give you next year's first.
Ooh.
Or I'll give you Trayvon Walker in this year's 3rd. I'll give you Trayvon Walker and a pick. No problem. No problem. Myles Garrett, the biggest bully on the block right now, the NFL defensive lineman.
Yes.
Yeah. What does it take? I'll give you Allen and Walker for him straight up, and I'll keep the 5th pick. How about that?
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's a little bit of an embellishment. But Myles Garrett, man, he's different. And we don't have it. We never had a guy in this city plays defensive line like Myles Garrett.
Calais was close.
Yeah, he's close. He ain't Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett's Defensive Player of the Year more than once.
Okay.
He's beast. Beast mode. He probably already has more sacks than Calais has had in his 400-year career. Calais had a nice late renaissance, man. He's been a really, really good player. Myles Garrett's like first team, all pro, all dog every year. Yeah. I'd give Travis Hunter. I'd give you 3 Travis Hunters for Myles Garrett. Here's the problem, okay? And this is a reality, and hopefully it's something that Tony can help change. We'll be talking with the new EVP on the 7 o'clock hour. But here's the reality. Let me tell you where you couldn't put together a package. Myles Garrett ain't coming here. We're Cleveland South. We're worse than Cleveland. Yeah, we're right now is not a time. We would have no chance of getting Myles Garrett. We could offer him the moon. That he wouldn't take it. Why would he leave Cleveland to come to Jacksonville? It's exactly what he's trying to escape. Now, maybe he can find some belief here in Jacksonville, can be sold on the progress in the future, injury-free with a new coach. That's a whole different deal. But this feels like one of those situations where Myles Garrett, he's not looking for more money. He's not looking for ego. He wants to go play for a winner.
In his statement, he said, "While I've loved calling this city my home, my desire to win and compete on the biggest stages won't allow me to be competent." To be complacent, I'm sorry. The goal was to never go from Cleveland to Canton. The goal was always to compete and win a Super Bowl. So that tells you right there.
100%. I've given it enough time here, gang. We still don't have a quarterback. We're terrible. So we'll see. We'll see where Myles Garrett ends up. But, yeah, would I give up the 5th pick for Myles Garrett? Faster than I can blink. All right, we'll come back with a football fix and more. We got the Matt Every arrival coming up in the 7 o'clock hour. We will speak with a new executive vice president of football down there at the stadium. That's Tony Boselli. Breakfast with Boselli, now with more steam on this now Tuesday morning. We got brunch with the tour today and more. Thanks for being up and at 'em with us. It's Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday on The Drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
This is Brent Musburger's Visa in Action update on 1010XL. Brought to you by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. When you're stuck, call the Duck. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Super Bowl 59 coming up in New Orleans on Sunday. The Chiefs a 1.5 favorite over the Philadelphia Eagles. A total 48.5. Jalen Hurts anytime touchdown prop bet on the board -110. Travis Kelce +135. The heavy favorite, however, is Eagles running back Saquon Barkley -190 to score at least one touchdown in Super Bowl 59. College basketball today, the Florida Gators a 13-point favorite against Vanderbilt at O'Connell Center, 156 the total. Florida State looks to end a 4-game losing streak. They're laying 2 at home with Notre Dame. The total 143 at the Tucker Center. Fighting Irish have dropped 6 of 8 on the road. $250 bonus and you open up a G-Bank Visa signature card. Visa.com/GBank. Mike Sennett, 1010XL.
Roses are red, violets are blue. A broken pipe? That's no way to woo. This Valentine's Day, don't let plumbing or HVAC problems ruin the romance. Whether it's a leaky faucet, a backed-up septic tank, or a heater that's colder than your ex's heart, Duck Rooter is here to save the day. Our expert team will fix it fast and at a fair price so you can get back to the love you deserve. When you're stuck, call the Duck, 904-862-6769 or online at duckduckrooter.com.
Lauren Brooks here. At Hodges Mazda, they are proud of their solid reputation in the Jacksonville community. As your hometown Mazda dealer, their high customer service standards and their huge inventory of new and used cars provide their customers a consistently first-rate car buying experience. Their professional non-commissioned sales team puts your best interest first without exception. And all new vehicle purchases include the Hodges Mazda Protection Package. Visit them online at hodgesmazda.com or stop in today to learn more and discover the Hodges Mazda difference.
I'm Chris Campione. Auto accidents can leave you feeling lost and overwhelmed. But at Campione Law, we're here to guide you with a personal touch through every step of the process. We don't get paid unless you get paid. CampioneLaw.com.
Count on Campione, Campione Law.
Visit Monahan Jewelers now through Valentine's Day for savings on all GIA certified diamonds and discounts store-wide up to 40% off. And interest-free financing on all purchases. Certified diamonds, gemstones, engagement rings, diamond studs, designer brands. Monahan's has it all. We're not a chain store. We're your local family jeweler since 1977 with a world-class inventory of fine jewelry and diamonds and gemstones available in any size. Support your local family jeweler now through Valentine's with huge savings in our inventory. Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach.
Hey folks, Mike Dempsey here for Pella Windows and Doors. Look, it's kind of cooling down right now. I love opening my windows up this time of year. If you're looking to upgrade your windows in your home, I want you to visit the Pella showroom on Phillips Highway. Ask about their latest hurricane and impact-resistant windows and doors, rated #1 by Consumer Reports in all 3 main window categories. You want quality, style, and protection? Visit PellaJacks.com and the showroom on Phillips Highway just north of Bay Meadows. That's Pella Windows and Doors online at PellaJacks.com.
Who's going to Athens to join the Georgia Bulldogs?
This your team?
National Signing Day is Wednesday.
Joe's a heck of a player.
Open by Baker Glass. No one treats you better.
Where else would you rather be?
Find out who's heading to your school on 1010XL.
Hey, this is Bert Cannon with the First Coast YMCA. Youth sports at the Y can help nurture your future athlete's potential and experience the joy of being a kid. At the Y, we're providing a safe, clean, and fun environment with basketball, soccer, volleyball, gymnastics, elite skills training, and more. Best of all, participation in Legacy Youth Sports League is free with your family membership. Visit fcymca.org to learn all about youth sports at the Y.
Leading the JU Dolphins to an NCAA Division I championship in 1970, Artis Gilmore still holds the highest career rebounding average in Division I history. Gilmore played in the ABA and in the NBA and was inducted into the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame in 2011. Gilmore also serves as a special assistant to the president for Jacksonville University. I'm E.T., and this Black History Month profile on 1010XL is brought to you by Instant Keys. Fast, professional, honest locksmith service.
Do you have clicking, popping, swelling, or pain in your knee or shoulder? This can be due to arthritic changes in your joints. Over time, you have wear and tear of your cartilage. I am Dr. George Bari, and here at Bari Orthopedics, we have numerous ways to treat your arthritis, such as regenerative medicine, including PRP and joint replacements with CT guidance for accuracy down to the millimeter. If you are experiencing any of these symptoms, call us for an appointment today or log on to BariOrthopedics.com.
Find out more at BariOrthopedics.com. That's BAHRI Orthopedics.com.
Don't miss the big game specials at Southern Steer Butcher. Check out our website for the big game snack attack, party combo, sampler combo, and the best buffalo dip you've ever had.
For tasty tips and juicy breasts, choose Southern Steer Butcher.
Mia here. Since 1982, Closets by Design has specialized in creating dream spaces for every budget. My designer, Frances, made the process so easy. She came to my house and designed a beautiful walk-in closet that's already so incredibly functional for me and old Beau Valentine. Call today to schedule your free in-home consultation at 1-800-293-3744 or visit closetsbydesign.com. And take advantage of extended savings this month. Get 40% off and another 15% off with 18-month special financing.
Yo, each of the T here from my bookie, and it's finally here. A game so big, we're not even supposed to say the name. Where the Kansas City Chiefs take on the Philadelphia Eagles at the Superdome. This isn't just the biggest game of the year, it's the ultimate betting event. If you're not on my bookie, you're missing out on all the action. Big game betting with my bookie goes beyond picking the winner. We've got all the wild props you can think of for this epic showdown. Will it be heads or tails? What color will the Gatorade be for the drenching of the winning coach? Even the length of the national anthem and the spectacle of the halftime show are up for grabs. My bookie loves giving you options to bet on everything. What really makes my bookie stand out? We make it easy to win and even easier to get paid. Whether you deposit in crypto or credit, bonuses await. And our new loyalty program gives you cash back just for playing. Bet on the big game boost parlays, live betting, and jackpots that can turn small bets into big wins. Fast signups, lightning fast payouts. Make sure you sign up using my promo code 1010XL to get that deposit. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with my bookie. Come on, somebody.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Back here on the drill. See, Leonard Hamilton says he's stepping down at the end of the year. It's just not a good way for Hamilton to go out. I feel for him. He really did a good job with that FSU program. You know, I say that. He had a real good stretch. For years, the knock on Hamilton was because he was having seasons like he's had the last couple of years. Up and down, not tournament worthy, but he had a nice run there of success with Florida State, and really the best year they had, their best team was COVID year. They may have been the number one seed in the tournament that year, if you remember. I mean, they were rolling through a good ACC heading into the tournament, and like I said, I think a bracketology check from 2020 on early March would have found FSU maybe as the top overall seed, but Hamilton is, gosh, he's like 75 years old. He's always been he aged well, man. So he's always looked a little bit younger than he is. But I say it's a bad time to go out, not just because of the struggles on the court, but, you know, he's embroiled in a lawsuit. He's got former players that are suing him over there, saying that he promised them NIL money that they never got. So Hamilton does announce yesterday that he'll be stepping down at the end of the year. Florida plays tonight in basketball, so Tuesday a little bit different than the typical Wednesday-Saturday split. Florida hosts Vanderbilt. This Gator basketball team seems like they're kind of it's easy to get a read on them. Like, Vanderbilt's been good this year. They've had some big wins, especially at home. It feels like it's going to be a bounce-back night in the O-Dome, though. Florida's really put a whooping on some good teams this year when it's matched up, and this just feels like Todd Golden has probably just ripped them all a new one for the last 3.5 days. Elijah Martin, Walter Clayton, both were AWOL in Tennessee. I'm sure the entire locker room has gotten an earful of how if they want to be NCAA tournament contenders, you know, what happened Saturday in Knoxville can't happen. So my gut's telling me Florida in a big way tonight, which I guess speaks to a 12.5 point spread. Don't you feel like the entire betting public would take Vandy plus 12.5? Vanderbilt's been pretty good this year. But anyway, Gator basketball tonight. Okay, the Jaguars have set the table for GM interviews. Let's go ahead and kick off a football fix. Brought to you by the Home Course, the Jointon Creek Golf Club. Tee it high and let it fly and have fun with the best value in golf. Just check them out online. Book your tee times online as well. All right. We've talked about some of these various searches for the Jaguars. Reports now that the general manager pool has a more reportable number. 5, they're saying. Now, look, these requests include Brandon Brown, who is an assistant in the front office with the New York Giants. Ian Cunningham, who we've talked about, he comes from the Chicago chain. Here's an interesting. Mike Greenberg is an assistant in the front office with the Tampa Bay Bucks. So there is a tie-in to Liam Cohen that there aren't a ton out there, and been a lot in the I don't think we're getting Les Snead. Hadn't been a lot of NFL experience on his resume. He's worked for the Rams. He's worked for the Bucs. So, Jags have also requested to interview Bengals Trey Brown for the general manager spot. So there's just a few of the names that are percolating out there. As to Tony's role in that, we'll find out from the EVP when he joins us for Breakfast with Boselli now in about a half an hour. Continuing with the football fix, I used to call it Super Bowl Media Day, and we used to complain about how stupid it was, but now that all the silliness is gone, I'm not going to lie, I kind of miss it.
Talking about opening day?
Yeah, it used to be called Super Bowl Media Day. It used to be on Tuesday in the daytime, and they'd bring in one team, and then they would bring in the other. Now it's opening night, and you got to pay to get in, and they put them on. It's more traditional from a press conference situation. There's still a little bit of hijinks, don't get me wrong. There's still a little bit of fun to be had, but I think out of what I saw yesterday was just more pertaining to the game this week. Patrick Mahomes summed it up when asked if he senses that the Chiefs are starting to take on the villain's role in the NFL. Said, well, you know what? If winning means you're a villain, let's go be a villain. And he's dead on. The Chiefs wouldn't be any more hated than the Ravens or the Bills if they were pitiful little limp outs like the Ravens and the Bills. Yeah, nobody'd hate Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs at all if they withered under the spotlight of heavy pressure like the rest of these AFC wannabes. We were included in that wannabe section for a brief blip back in 2022. Houston, they're a wannabe. The Bills are a wannabe. The Bengals are a wannabe. The Ravens are a wannabe. You're all wannabes because the Chiefs go to the Super Bowl every year. That's why I can so forcefully say it. We're all living in wannabe land. Make them a villain all you want. Here's an idea. Try beating them. It's the refs. Yeah, it's the refs. That's why the Chiefs are winning. That's why they're going for a three-peat. Because of the refs. Come on, man. By the way, Travis Kelce, nowhere near retirement and riding off to the sunset and, the picket fence with some famous girlfriend he's got. No, he says, I'm not retiring. I love doing this. He wants to play another 3 or 4 years. Tough spot for the Eagles offensive coordinator, Kellen Moore. It just feels like they're waiting on the Eagles season to end for him to take the Saints job, right? The Saints haven't hired anyone. He's considered the favorite there, and it can't help but take away from your focus. I promise you, Kellen Moore is preparing for the Super Bowl and is spending a large amount of time in his hotel room trying to gather what's going to be his team. You don't think Kellen Moore is talking to assistants, putting together a staff, in his extra time? Of course he is. Mentioned earlier, Myles Garrett asking for a trade. There are going to be, this is where you'll see the list of best trade fits. And this is where you won't see the Jaguars. And in no way, shape, or form will, or dare I say should be, the Jaguars in the market for Myles Garrett, because he's not going to come here, because we've done nothing to indicate to any NFL superstar that this is a place that you want to come and win. So, when you look at Myles Garrett and where now you wonder, will the Browns be reticent to keep him in the AFC, right? Or do you not want to trade him to a contender in your own conference? That would make sense. I don't know if you can narrow the field that much. I'm looking at the best fits for Myles Garrett on ESPN. And, yeah, you see contenders in the NFC. In fact, all 4. Then it says basically any AFC contender, but you wonder, would they do it? Boy, here's a good one. The Falcons could really use them, right? Falcons have a lot of pieces in place. Offensively, they're young, and just defensively, they continue to be unable to get to the quarterback. Kirk Cousins for Garrett. Who says no? Eagles and Lions. Yeah, I don't need that. Imagine Hutchinson on one side and Myles Garrett on the other.
Man, no.
No. Yeah, no. Man, listen, Roger Goodell just doesn't want to say it out loud because he's not getting this, I think, this whirlwind of support that he would expect. We're going 18 regular and 2 preseason. It's happening. And every time he brings it up, it's He gets shushed a little bit, it feels like. So anyway, and by the way, Myles Garrett, not the only veteran, former Pro Bowler, all-star, dominant player, offensive player of the year, in fact, one year. Cooper Kupp, also in the trading block, not by his doing. He said he's been told the Rams are going to work a deal. He wants to stay in L.A., but not going to happen. That's Football Fix. You're welcome. Brought to you by the Home Course, the Julington Creek Golf Club. Book your tee time online today. You won't be sorry. All right, turn our attention to the 7 o'clock hour. We do have, we've got Tony coming up this hour. Matt Every joins the party. Brunch with a Tour in the 8 o'clock hour. Sharks coach Jason Gibson, an update on figuring this new league out. I expect a lot bigger and better things for the Sharks this year. I'm sure Coach G does as well. You are listening to The Drill. It's Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday.
Our world is full of balls and fields and games. It's a fantasy life.
Do you believe in unlikelihood?
Come join the fun.
It is a game.
1010XL. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices. And I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
This is Hayes Carlion for Physician Guided Weight Loss. I'm down 20 pounds already thanks to Physician Guided Weight Loss. I feel great, and it's all thanks to them. Their amazing technology, fast setup, friendly staff, and proven results have sold me. They can help you too, and it's affordable with firm pricing. No rising costs as you go. If you're like me and looking to kick off the new year with a leaner body, call my friends at Physician Guided Weight Loss at 257-4344. That's 257-4344.
Get this thing unwrapped here.
Praz, what in the world are you doing working on your Duval?
That's right, man. I really identify with Duval.
You live in St. Johns County, knucklehead.
I mean the Duval sub, the Daily Stash Duval. Turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheeses. Lettuce, tomato, crispy and fresh, you know, like me. I'm sure there's a Daily Stash sub that sums you up.
The boss.
Because, of course.
Oven roasted beef, Munster cheese, roasted mushrooms, caramelized onions. It's the boss of all subs. Only available for me.
That's just not true.
What do you mean? I walked in the other day, screamed, "You know it!" and said, "A boss for a boss."
Well, no matter who you are, there is a Daily Stash sandwich or sub for you.
Go find yours. They may even make you a boss.
I'm sure they will, because it is Daily Stash.
Where more is better.
And you got that right.
When the heat's on high or the chill is too much, who you gonna call? Cool Cats Heating and Cooling is locally owned and operated with a perfect touch. You'll keep your home just right, day or night. AC to heating, don't take a beating. Call the coolest cats in town. With a 5-star Google rating, they're your neighbors, ready to help. So get your paw of approval from Cool Cats Heating and Cooling, the coolest cats in town. CoolCatsJax.com.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Baloo here for Smunez Vision. Why Smunez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smunez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smunez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smunez is fellowship trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmunezVision.com today. Here you can see.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
David Garrard here. Playing in the NFL can put a lot of wear and tear on your body, especially your knees. Southeast Orthopedic Specialist has kept me mobile and ready to tackle every day.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
David Garrard here. I've had the PRP treatment from Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, and my knees are really doing well. Platelet-rich plasma treatment may be the answer for whatever is hurting you.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Attention men and women. If you'd like to get your hair back, then you need to listen to some of our clients. John in Orange Park.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Call IHRS now at 904-777-IHRS. Find out how to grow your hair back with a free hair and scalp examination. Mike from Bay Meadows.
I finally found the most experienced company who could restore my hair. Now I have hair where I had none before.
Results guaranteed. Diane from Ponte Vedra.
Now I have what lotions couldn't give me. Thick, beautiful hair.
Find out why you're losing your hair and how to grow your hair back. Call 904-777-IHRS for a limited time free hair and scalp examination.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
Thank you, IHRS.
Thanks, IHRS, for giving me my hair back.
Hurry and receive a free hair and scalp examination and get 2 weeks of laser treatments for free. Call IHRS at 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Hairforme.com.
As of 9 a.m. this morning, our EV trucking company is officially in operation.
Andrew's zero-emission trucks are driving the transportation category forward.
We'll make driving safer, easier, and less stressful. Now our technology needs to keep up with demand.
He needs to put pedal to the metal on hiring more software engineers.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
I'm Tori Edwards with your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update on 1010XL. As the Liam Cohen era gets started in Duval, the Jags are bringing back a familiar face to the front office. Hall of Fame lineman Tony Boselli was hired yesterday to be the team's next Executive Vice President of Football Operations and talked about his excitement for the role.
Yeah, it's really exciting. And I love this organization. I love being part of it. And this is just a new role. And it's a role I've thought about and dreamt about, and it's pretty exciting that Shad Khan gave me the opportunity to do it. And I look forward to being a part of it. And the goal is the same goal Shad talked about at his press conference when we introduced Liam. That's to go win football games and win a championship. That's what we're all striving for.
I'm Tori Edwards with your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update on 1010XL, brought to you by Bueller Air. It's 59 degrees at 7 o'clock. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
You know it and all that good stuff. It's Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday here on The Drill. Maddie's reaching into his golf bag right now. He's shuffling through. You know how when you first start, you like shuffle through, get that. You want to play number 47 today. So
where's my driver?
Did you play any kind of like special? You have any of those little curiosities about your golf game? Any specific number? Please don't say a certain number, which would be right on brand.
No, you're right. Yeah, right.
Like some YouTube answer. Yeah, I don't need that.
No numbers.
Nothing. Just play. Would you Titleist like everyone else?
Yeah. Titleist.
Did you always play what you would have preferred to play, or did you, because of the nature of the game, you had to play some in line with sponsors?
Early on, sponsors. The older I got, the more I kind of. You also just realize that whatever they're paying you, it's not enough if you're sacrificing not playing the best thing. So in that case, like a Titleist golf ball is far and away the best golf ball.
Right.
It just is.
Yeah.
Why would I play Strixon if they were going to pay me $100,000 a year to play that ball when I'm giving up who knows what?
Yeah. How much money do you give up?
Yes.
All right, before we continue, this is Matt Everett. You know that voice. We got some traffic deals out there, snarling things. I guess
There's fog out there this morning.
Yeah, there's a lot of fog. There's a big wreck on 295 up by approaching Main Street, approaching the Dames Point. I hear that it's just an absolute parking lot. And I'm also told that at 295 and I-10 through all of this mess this morning, something's going on. So, yeah, it is it's messy out there. It's foggy. It looks like old London town. I saw Jack the Ripper on the way in, so just be careful. So just be careful. Like, I always wondered this, like, and we suggested this, us amateurs, that David Duvall was number one in the world, and he switched clubs. You're a little kid. You don't remember that as part of the narrative, maybe. I don't know if he went to Nike or from Nike. I think he went to Nike.
Yeah.
But he played great.
There had to be a lot more money than $100,000 involved.
Oh, sure. But can changing clubs ruin you?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not going to.
No, I know. And David never has, by the way. This is my conjecture. This isn't a slight. The way they build golf clubs today, anyone listening, you'll do fine with just about any of them, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, and the big news obviously comes yesterday with Tony Boselli. You've been in Jacksonville long enough to know that what Tony feels about this organization.
Yes.
So as a fan, a supporter, I know you go to a ton of games.
As a fan, I'm pumped for him. You
Yeah.
can tell his heart's in this organization. I'm curious as like the whole process, how it plays out. Does Tony go to Shad and say, hey, I would really like a role in this team, or does Shad reach out to his agent? I mean, I'm curious to all that.
I think that Tony has served in some sort of consulting role
for a while now.
With Shad for a number of years. I think, and I don't want to betray any trust. I'll just call this speculation. I think Tony has had conversations about joining in an official capacity at times. In the past, it may have gotten closer or further away in different times. And Shad has done that. Remember, at one point, it was going to be Rick Spielman was going to be that EVP from the Vikings, and we kind of also worked for the Dolphins. We kind of thought that was going to happen until it didn't.
Yeah.
I think as long as Trent was here, I think he craved that autonomy. The EVP role didn't seem to work when he was there, and then there were other times where they turned, they decided not to do it, and I don't know how much Balky was involved in that or not, but we'll hear straight from the horse's mouth a little bit later this hour. Breakfast with Boselli, now in an official role, and Mondays breakfast with Boselli will have to continue on Mondays.
Yeah,
in the regular season, we're gonna have to fancy something here.
What is it?
We have to figure it out.
Is it a thing like if he has an official role with the team, he's
no, he could. I mean, I don't know. He's gonna have bigger fish to fry to deal with our knuckleheads. Some Mondays until things get better, he'd be better off just not listening to the show, perhaps. Listen, he's seen it up front. That's another thing. Tony is not gonna, within making decisions, not gonna sugarcoat it. The guy was put in a difficult position a couple of weeks ago. Obvious, all this is going on. He can't betray what's going on with Shad and Trent, and so you say, "Oh yeah, everyone." Because if you also go back and look at what Tony said, what he really said when all that happened, correct me if I'm wrong, was just everyone just needs to settle down.
He did say pump the brakes.
That was, and now everybody interpret that as an endorsement for Trent Baalke or carrying his lunch, But really, all he said was, "Look, answers will come," and that answer included that guy going. So take your wife to Clayton Sling, leave all that stuff where it was, and let's move forward. And up next will be a GM and how he can work in consort with both Liam Cohen and now Tony Boselli becomes important.
Yeah, I know you pay attention to the league, coordinators and stuff like that. What is your knowledge on GMs in the league?
We had this conversation. A good point. Look, if you're getting a GM who has been a GM somewhere, I got something I can go by.
What about a GM like I heard you talk about the GM from the Bears.
Assistant GM.
One of the five.
These are all assistants.
Okay.
None of them are the official GM. But I would like to, here's another thing. When you hire somebody, you're hiring their boss's resume.
Yeah.
Like when you hire an offensive coordinator from Alabama, you're hiring Nick Saban's success. The greats are the ones that are determining the success. I mean, look at all the coordinators and coaches under Belichick that never amounted to anything, right? And you can't, that you have can't be replicated. But to your point, I look at guys, what organizations they came from and what decisions were made within that organization. I got a Giants organization here, and I don't know what the voice is, and I'm sure these guys answer these in the question, who last year decided to keep Daniel Jones and let Saquon Barkley go. So I'm going to take a pass on that guy.
Yeah.
He can get his first chance somewhere else. Again, that's just me, and it's probably not the smartest.
Well, that's kind of how I would look at it as well.
Yeah,
it's
right.
all you have to go off of.
It's kind of like when they hire a defensive coordinator who wasn't a coordinator. Okay, well, how did you? You're the run game coordinator for the defense. How'd you do?
Yeah.
You're the linebacker coach. How'd you do against the run?
It's just like a credit report, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, you don't like to pay your bills? Well, yeah, I'm not running with you, man. That's what it is.
Look, it's not unfair. Roger Goodell said something yesterday that got lost that I think was the most important thing that he talked about. And all those right now that are banging the Chiefs favoritism drum, and it's loud, isn't it? I get it. When a team's good and they also seem to be getting the calls. But if you think of that Buffalo game, really a couple of those calls, the refs could have been off the hook if the NFL would make good with a commitment to technology that can more precisely tell you where the ball is.
Yep.
And how these are billion-dollar decisions. And I got 65-year-olds ambling in from the sideline who move 6 inches to 1.5 feet either way as they run in, and we watch them do it over and over. They get the spot. Like, part of the problem in the Buffalo game and missing the short yardage and then, reviewing it, and it was good. I don't know what they saw, but there was a spot 2 plays before him that should have already been a first down. And so Goodell yesterday talked about this ball spot technology. Now, E, you were here with me in the summer. I thought they were supposed to test this out in the preseason.
We talked about that, yeah.
Do you remember anything in the preseason where they... Because here's what you have to do. You have to be transparent. You have to do it like tennis does.
Yeah.
You put up the full-time graphic. It shows the field. Whoop, it zoops right.
Also, that would be an amazing addition to the experience at a game.
It'd be fun, wouldn't it?
Yes.
That's true.
Like in tennis, when it happens, it's like, was the call right?
Here they all go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
And most of the time, it won't be a deal.
Mm-hmm.
I feel your thing with drama, but I think if it works perfect, there aren't any measurements anymore. You either made it or you did. But he talks about it's ball spot technology is what it is. He talks about because of the shape and size of the balls. Come on, man. We clone sheep.
Yeah.
Wait, you can't just put a layer of receptors, whatever they are, under the. Come on, stop it.
And I don't care if the variance is like 2 or 3 inches off here or there. It's better than what it is now.
Now, here's what's going to happen though. There is this. A big problem. What's happening right now? A big issue that's happening is. At some point, they were mandated, and we never heard. Hey, refs, start marking the ball about a half yard short of where it looks like it is because of the need thing. Because they're now so precise where the knee goes down where the ball is. It used not be that way. They tackled you, you fell, you rolled, they put it in the general area. So even with the ball spot technology, it's not just when it hits the ground, it's where's the knee. So they're going to be certain. The guy's going to be in the middle of the pile. You're not going to be able to tell. So I don't think it's going to totally
be some infrared stuff.
But we'll at least know how far the ball advanced. Like the Josh Allen, he got it past the line the other day, and how
a couple times.
How New York, and that, by the way, as we accuse the officials of favoritism, that's made in New York. Like the ball spotting thing, that would have been on New York and their crew. That's not on the crew on the field.
They're all part of the same.
I know they are.
They're all officials.
But as far as the guys in New York can't dictate the game, though. You have to be on the field calling.
We don't know that.
Sure we do.
They're not in their ear.
I don't see the advantage. I'm not as big into those conspiracy theories. I don't see the advantages to Kansas City continuing winning. I don't think it makes...
That's the only thing that doesn't make sense to me.
So I don't think...
The same thing, like why
they wouldn't want that.
But why for Kansas City?
No, they don't want that.
Yeah.
I don't think the league wants that. I think they like it to be varied and parity-filled and other teams and fan bases to experience that. So that's another part of this whole conspiracy theory. Why would the NFL want to benefit the Chiefs?
Right.
By the way, an old AFL franchise, if you want to go way, way, way back. It's not like this is it seems like they'd want to do the Lions good before they do the Chiefs good. Give me an old-time NFL or the Cleveland Browns. Why not let them have a little success?
They don't have Taylor Swift.
She does. She did add just a little bit different.
She did. You see her dancing the other night at the Grammys?
Yeah, I saw it. I saw her dancing to Kendrick Lamar. She didn't know the lyrics. It was funny.
Took a little shot at her there. Does Kendrick Lamar
those lyrics
Taylor
are not
Swift's
hard.
lyrics, you think?
No, I think it's because everybody was singing the lyrics at the time, and she wasn't, so she had to fit in real quick.
I gotcha.
So that's what made it
She doesn't
funny.
listen to Kendrick Lamar is what you learned.
All she had to do is just keep dancing, girl. You didn't have to try to sing, just dance.
The optics were fine, but it was the
Yeah. Exactly.
the audix, is that what it is? The auditory, not so much. All right, I'm going to do this one real quick with you because you are now the official platformed gambler of the PGA Tour as you start your gambling show this weekend. So what's it called? ESPN Bet, PGA Live Bet. What is it? What are you doing?
Well, it's put on by ESPN Bet, but PGA Tour Live.
Okay, and you're going to be giving, like, if people turn to the Rogue channel, I like to call it.
Yeah, 2 to 4 on Thursday and Friday, and then 11 to 1.
And what
Saturday,
is it
Sunday.
like? What is the title? It says gambling. Like, how do people know that that's the one to click on? Do you know?
Yeah, it'll say something.
It'll say something. Yeah. Featuring Maddie the Degenerate.
Easy.
I'm just kidding. I bet that they're getting you for your knowledge, right? Or you're not just calling the play-by-play, are you?
Yeah. That's what they're getting.
But you're
It's
giving
the whole
like
package.
You're giving advice, right?
Yes,
You're a consultant, right? You're
analyst.
Who's your Billy? What's your guy's name? Maxwell Walters?
Billy Walters.
Yeah, you're Billy Walters.
Yeah. With a playing resume.
Okay, well, enough about that. I just have a gambling story. I was trying to tie it
Let's
together.
hear it.
And I said yesterday, pro sport, but I forgot about a real key element, and that's the officials.
Yeah.
They can be gotten. Like, you can't get pro athletes anymore in a gambling because you can't pay them enough to make it worth it, right? They make millions of dollars. Back in the day, old boy's making $16,000 for playing a season. If the mob offered him $25,000, he might be willing to shave some points.
I think you can get it in like tennis or something.
Okay.
Something like that.
And I think
early round tennis.
in Kazakhstan or wherever.
Yeah,
I think that happens. In
Oh,
fact,
I do
tennis
too.
is
I do too.
tennis is banned people for what they think that could be happening. We don't have enough good umpires that can clearly see balls and strikes in front of them to get rid of the one who was perfect. But apparently, Pat Hoberg has about as much sense as a drunkard laying in an alley somewhere. Did you read this story?
I saw it.
How dumb is this dude?
It's so bad.
So this guy is an umpire, and he likes to gamble, all of which is fine within the parameters of Major League Baseball, where if you're not betting on Major League
Don't
Baseball.
bet on baseball, yeah.
That's correct. Don't bet on baseball. There is a system set up. Now, I'm sure they encourage them not to gamble at all, but don't bet on baseball is the primary one. And this guy, Pat Hoberg, I believe didn't bet on baseball. I don't think this is a Pete Rose thing where he bet on baseball and now he's trying to cover. I think that we call him Mr. Perfect for this. He had a World Series game a couple of years ago, and he was perfect in balls and strikes. It's like 123 of 123. It had never happened before in baseball, but they began investigating him in February 2024 after the longtime umpire opened an account with a licensed sports betting operator in his own name and Hoberg's name. The operator, though, detected that Hoberg's personal electronic device, the phone, the laptop, associated with the new account was also associated with a legal sports betting account of an individual who had bet on baseball. So you're not allowed to bet on golf.
I know what you're saying.
You and I are sharing a thing. You bet football and hockey and anything, and I fire on golf.
Yeah.
Well, we're sharing the same thing, so you can tell me all day long that, well, you can tell whoever, it's not me. I didn't bet on golf. So the point is, this guy's got, why? First of all, you're a grown A man. Why are you sharing why would you share the device?
Yeah.
I could see sharing the account where you both log in.
Nobody's sharing a device. To
Correct.
put bets in. Yeah.
This reeks the whole Shohei thing all over again.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, where did that thing go?
The dude is there. They've continued to build the case and insulate Shohei. They brought the fixer in. Who's that dude? Liev Schreiber. What was that show? The fixer would come in whenever there was something had gone wrong.
Yeah, what was that?
Shohei'd call his fixer in. And now they got the guy getting ready to do hard time somewhere. But I promise you, there's a cushy $40 million waiting for him because, again, I think Shohei was betting on baseball. That's what I think. Maybe that's just me. So anyway, Hoberg has been suspended from the game because he was sharing a device that was betting on baseball. He's tripled down on his baseball says there's just cause to uphold Mr. Hoberg's termination for failing to conform to high standards of personal conduct and to maintain the integrity of the game of baseball. He is going to ultimately petition to get back in. But again, umpired postseason games every year from 2018 to 2022. Also in the World Baseball Classic, but had a perfect game calling balls and strikes. And if you watch baseball, they're terrible at it.
Yeah.
So the fact that he could just at least do that makes me say, I don't know. Let him bet a game a week. I don't care. All right, let's track down the EVP. You're listening to The Drill on a Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday. Matt Every in studio with us. We have Brunch with a Tour a little bit later today and much more. So thanks for tuning in to 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Going to make a prediction about our Jacksonville Jaguars offensive line. It's going to be different in 2025. Yeah, I know a lot of you are all right. Well, Brandon Sheriff probably won't be back, and he might not be. But I'm telling you, there's going to be a redo, if you will, of that offensive line. I don't know if it's going to be in free agency where maybe you find Trey Smith from the Kansas City Chiefs. I don't know if it's going to be in the draft where maybe you get Kelvin Banks as a draft pick from Texas. I just know this. It's going to be different guys playing in that front five going forward. This offensive line's had its chance. It's time to revamp, get better, and score some points.
That, my friends, is your Duval Minute. It's brought to you by Lift Power. Take a minute and learn more about Jacksonville-based Lift Power. Take a minute and grow with Jacksonville-based Lift Power. They want to offer you the chance to grow with them. From forklift technicians to sales, wide range of opportunities available right
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Now, another classic moment in Jags history.
Can the Jaguars survive? Garrard's going to run for the first down and a lot more.
1010XL.
Hi, everybody. Mike Dempsey here for Awaken 180 Weight Loss. This Sunday's the big game. Look, don't blame me. This would be much easier if I could say this has finally come. Parties, football, libations, food, all the festivities we welcome every February. The question is, what if you're trying to lose weight but still enjoy watching the with friends? The answer? Nothing. As I've told you before, Awaken 180 is built for real-life scenarios. The reason Awaken 180 is now in their 9th year and growing nationally, the program works. Eat wings and meatballs while watching the Super Bowl. Have a beverage while betting on the Super Bowl. Live your life while enjoying the Super Bowl. I think you get the point. Whether you're in the weight loss phase or in free lifelong maintenance, Awaken 180 won't get in the way of enjoying the big game. Reserve your consultation today at awaken180weightloss.com or call 844-346-1800. That's 844-346-1800 for Awaken 180 Weight Loss.
Hey, Hicken here. I couldn't be any happier than to join the George Moore Chevrolet family. When I say family, I mean it. Visit their beautiful showroom today off Atlantic Boulevard. Find out exactly what I'm talking about. No pressure, just friendly help. And whether you want a car, a truck, SUV, electric, pre-owned, you name it, George Moore Chevrolet has it. And if you can't make it over to Atlantic Boulevard, no problem. MooreChevy.com is easy to navigate as any site you will try. It's never been more easy to use. George Moore Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
It's time to get up and go to the Jacksonville RV Mega Show, Thursday through Sunday, February 6th through 9th at the Jacksonville Equestrian Center. It's Northeast Florida's largest RV show with hundreds of RVs on display, lifestyle booths, plus win $250 gift cards every day. Adults $10, kids under 12 free. Seniors get half off on Thursday. Military and first responders half off every day. Thursday through Saturday 9 to 5, Sunday 9 to 4. The Jacksonville RV Mega Show.
At Cannons of Jacksonville, they know that when you're towing anything, you gotta have products you can rely on. With over 50 years of fabrication expertise, the family at Cannons can repair or install precisely what you need to tow with confidence. Whether it's a heavy-duty hitch, trailer frame, gooseneck, tow bar, or any other towing accessory, Cannons will provide you with unmatched precision and durability. For all your towing needs, visit cannonsofjacks.com, where quality and customer satisfaction collide.
Your new roof from Universal Roof and Contracting can help save a life. Percentage of every new roof this month will go to St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. St. Jude's is leading the way. The world understands, treats, and defeats childhood cancer and other life-threatening diseases. Call 855-ROOF-HELP or visit universalroof.com to schedule your free roof inspection. This promotion ends February 28th. Universal Roof and Contracting, protecting your home, building your trust. License number CCC 057165, CBC 1258484.
1010XL celebrates African Americans who positively impacted the First Coast. I'm RJ Saunders, and I'll share Black History Month stories with you throughout February. Black History Month on 1010XL is brought to you by Instant Keys and McGowan Spinal Rehabilitation Center.
Hicken here for Bound 9 Associates, where you'll find Jacksonville's most esteemed eye doctors at each of their locations. After being selected for one of the most competitive ophthalmology fellowships in the world, Dr. Frank Bowden is frequently called upon for his expert opinion. He is currently one of the few cornea and external disease specialists in the area and the founder of Bound 9. Visit Bound 9 Associates today and experience the difference. Bound 9 Associates, keeping the First Coast focused.
The Electric Light Orchestra Experience featuring Evil Woman, the American ELO. A concert celebration featuring the music of Electric Light Orchestra. It's February 5th at Jacksonville Center for the Performing Arts. Tickets at fscjartistseries.org.
Have you got concrete or asphalt rubble piling up? Arcosa Crushed Concrete will pay you for it and recycle it. They're just minutes from Everbank Stadium on Talleyrand. Call Arcosa Crushed Concrete and get paid for what you don't need. ArcosaCrushedConcrete.com.
So, Dad, how many people did we have in the house for the family party this year?
I think we had about 30, but with all those grandkids, it felt like 300. They were all over the carpets, rugs, sofa, and chairs, and the kitchen tile really took a beating.
Sounds like it's time to call Zero Res. The Zero Res text will get the house looking great again.
Folks, if you need help cleaning up after the holidays, give Zero Res a call. Right now, get 25% off carpet cleaning and 25% off upholstery cleaning. Zero Res.
Spelled forward or backwards, it's the right way to clean.
Zero Res. 1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. It's Hall of Fame Monday with Tony Boselli. Brought to you by Heritage Roofing of North Florida. Hall of Fame Quality Roofing Solutions.
If you got a title, you can't find him. Scurrying through the tape right now, maybe, huh? In the limo, going to pick up GM candidates. Talk some turkey with them. They're pretty tough. We'll find him. He's going to run gassers for this one. Send him on some gassers. Does open up a spot in the radio booth. I was thinking ET could go there. Maybe it's kind of a hype man. We already have Jeff Lageman giving you that, that personal.
That's true. Who's going to fill
just
that?
Just put ET in that third spot and just let him hoot and holler for 3 hours.
That'll be like Marshawn Lynch on pay-per-view, man.
Yeah, just run it on down there.
We kind of buried the lead there. That's a big story, isn't it?
Well, I mean, although maybe the VP could keep his radio gig. Who
is going to fill that slot?
Yeah, I don't know if they would necessarily add a third person to the booth. Yeah. Is a 3-man booth, is that normal in radio around the league?
I doubt it.
I got it. I put a little pressure on him. We need a little bit more promptness than that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how common the three. It feels like most radio booths that you listen to are a 2-man booth. Feels like, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Of course, don't listen to as much radio as you know.
2-man.
Back in the day, you had to listen to the radio because nothing was on television. So, let's see. You got him activated here. Good morning, Mr. Title. How are you?
What's up, Frost?
Yeah, it's good. I'm great. How are you doing? Matt Every's in here with me, so
hey, Tony.
if you need any golf
Matt,
lessons.
how you doing?
Good one.
Yeah, I need a little golf help. Well, there's no golf in the near future, buddy.
That's
golf.
That's too
No
bad. I
golf.
was looking forward to going on a little trip with you, but I guess that's not going to happen.
I know. That's all right. This is
a
I gotta
dream.
be honest. This is more fun than playing golf.
Tell me the role, Tony. Let's talk turkey here real quick because it can mean different things in different places. So as best as your impact can be, what will Tony Boselli be doing to guarantee us the Super Bowl that we all crave?
Yeah, I mean, I think Shaw. I mean, it was laid out in the press release, and I'll get.
Yeah, I hear from you.
Kind of yeah. But I mean, so basically, the way that's going to be structured is that you're going to have myself as the EVP of football operations, our new GM when we find one, and then coach, all reporting directly to Shad, and we will all together we'll all make big football decisions. But at the end of the day, the GM is responsible for the draft, free agency, trades, cuts, all the player stuff, all the scouts, responsibility for that. I mean, head coach is pretty easy. He's the head ball coach. He's going to be coaching the plays and players and staff and everything that's most important. Actually, the most important thing is what happens on the field every day, and especially on Sundays and some Monday nights. Hopefully, when we're one of the best teams in the NFL, and we're playing national games every week. And then I will be over responsible for the operations. So all the departments and staff that are responsible for supporting both of those groups, the head coach and the GM. So that's how we're structured. But there's going to be one voice, and it's the head coach's voice. And really, it's the one voice is going to be all of our voices because we're going to get together on big decisions and how we do things, and we're all going to agree and come to the right answer. And then We'll have one voice in the organization, but it's going to be led by the head coach because what's most important, well, ultimately it's head by Shad Khan. He's the owner. But what's most important is winning and losing football. Not losing, but winning football games. That's the most important thing, and we're gonna have an organization that does everything we can to support the head coach, his staff, and the players on the field, our GM and our scouts to go find the best possible players we can in both free agency and draft. And the goal is there's one goal, and that's to win a Super Bowl. But in the process of winning a Super Bowl, we want to make sure we're set up for sustained success year in, year out, where when it comes to the month of December, we're fighting for the division title and playoff seeding. That's what we want to. That's who we should be, and that's who we're going to be.
You know, I think there's a separation and balance of power that's almost necessary in organizations, and I think we have not had that here, Tony. Right? When's the only time a GM and coach came in together? Was that Caldwell and Gus? So there's a bit of a fresh start here too that I think lends itself to success with you and Liam and whoever that GM is. Does it make sense what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. I mean, I think the last time we, and I think this is correct, the last time we had brand new head coach, brand new GM, this is a new role that Shad's created that I'm going to be in. Let's just focus on the GM and head coach. The last time we had that was, I believe, Dave and Gus.
Yeah, I think so too.
Which was quite a long time ago.
15 years almost.
And we've learned a lot since then. And Shad's been an owner now 13 plus years. And the one thing that in this role, it's only been a short time, but being part of the process of finding a head coach and working very closely with Shad, and I've had a great relationship with him since the day he's gotten here. He's been really good to me, and his whole family has. But getting into the process and just early stages of this role, the one thing I can tell you is we have an owner that is committed to winning. There's not a doubt in my mind. And Shad Khan is a competitive person, and he wants to win. And because if you look at the organization as a whole, we've done great things, and he's been a great owner. I mean, we're going to have a new stadium in 2028. We've got one of the best practice facilities in the NFL. Every coach who comes in is like, this place is amazing. We have, he's invested in on the riverfront. I mean, so many things. Now what we got to do, because what the fans want is wins. They want a championship. And that's what we're going to go get done, and we're going to work our tails off to try to bring the Lombardi Trophy to Jacksonville. That's the ultimate goal, and that's what needs to happen.
Tony, what is okay with that mindset now? We're not doing Monday morning quarterbacking anymore. We're doing building a team. And I know we have talked here on the air and off the air for eons about directions this team should go, moves that should be made for this team to get better. I guess rubber meets road. And I know you're not picking the players, but you're certainly picking along with the picking. I mean, so to have the ability to do that, to have this, quote, responsibility / opportunity for a guy who's been in football and done everything and played it at a Hall of Fame level. Just give me your feelings on it as you sit here a day after getting that job.
Yeah, I want to emphasize one thing you said.
Yeah.
Tony Boselli is not picking the players.
Correct.
Tony Boselli is not the voice in the building. The head coach is the voice.
Gotcha.
It's his culture. We're going to support that. We're going to make sure that happens. And I think one of the things that you got to get away from is, when we pick a player, the key word there is we. Just like I laid out, everyone has responsibilities, but we're going to work together. And when we pick a player, it's going to be our player. And if it works, great, we'll high five and we got the right guy and everything else. If we end up making a mistake, then guess what? It's our mistake. We're going to get rid of this, it's amazing in the NFL, Jeff, and you know this. When a team picks a great player, everyone gets credit. Everyone wants credit. Everyone gets credit. It's like the Jaguars picked a great player. But then if it doesn't work out like everyone thought it was, then we're all looking for who made that decision.
Mm-hmm.
Let's blame one person, and we're going to get rid of that. We're not going to do that. That's not going to be our style. We're not blaming people. We're in this together. So that's first and foremost, because we are in this together as an organization. That's how Shad wants it, and that's how we're going to do it. So as far as, listen, and this is what I loved about Liam. Everyone talks about Liam and the dynamic offense and the creativity. that everything he did improved that he is more than capable of at multiple places. And just last year at Tampa, that offense and what they did, and people forget he did it with his two the best receivers in the NFL, out for 6 to 7 weeks together.
Correct. Yeah, we're aware. Yeah,
it's amazing. And so, but what at his core, what he believes is the game is won at the line of scrimmage. So we have to get the offensive line and the defensive line right. That is the focus.
Well, we've said that a lot of Mondays, Tony. We've had this conversation for a lot of Mondays. He's got to, he's going to have an ally in you when it comes to that.
Oh, you guys know how I feel about the game of football and how it's played, the right way to play it. And that's one of the things. All the other stuff, there's a lot of things I liked about Liam, and when I was excited that Shad made the decision that was the direction we were going to go. But just spending the last, I guess it's been about 8-9 days now, or how many days he's been the head coach here, and spending a lot of time with them, and as he builds his staff and assisting however I can in that process. But just getting to know the individual, the man, that's his core belief. He has a strong conviction how this game's going to be played, and we're going to go we're going to go do it. We're going to execute. We're going to go build great offensive line, great defensive line. We're going to play fast. We're going to be dynamic. The creativity is there. Just go turn on the tape of what he does at Tampa. But you can't get to that unless you can go block them up, and you can't stop people unless you can control the line of scrimmage and stop the run. So, obviously we're very early in the process. We're just getting going. Ethan Wall right now is an interim GM. He's doing a heck of a job. I've been super impressed with him. He'll have a chance to interview in the process, and we'll see where we end up with the GM. But right now, we're just kicking it off and getting going on that process. But we're going to go find the best players we can. But you got to be good in the offense and defensive line.
Tony, how do you identify guys for positions that they haven't held yet? Right? Do you do it like what common sense like we would? You look at a guy, what organization he's come from, what decisions those organizations have made, talking with people within that organization about said guy. Is that basically what you do? There's this observation, and you can tell me the other side of it, of the experience level here, right? You get to go into a front office position, a position you haven't had before. You've got a head coach who's never been a head coach, who's hired a defensive coordinator, who's never been a defensive coordinator. We'll add a GM, I suppose, who's never been a GM. Give me the other side of those facts.
Yeah, no, that's a good. Listen, we're in a production business. We got to go prove it. It's great. I'm excited for this job, and I'm glad everyone's excited that I'm in this role. That's outstanding. Let me tell you what, starting today, that excitement is going to be in the back of my mind, because just like Liam's got to go prove that he's going to be a great head coach, which I believe he is. But it's about production. It's about results. And now the process is critical. We're going to focus on the process, but at the end of the day, we're all judged by wins and losses and kind of how we execute the process and how we do our job. And so I got to go prove to Shad Khan, because he's trusted me with this role, and I got to go prove I can do it. And I got to go prove that I can do my job at the highest level. Liam feels the same way, and we're going to find a GM to do the same thing. Now, you asked a great question, Jeff, because, we might hire a guy who's done it before. We're going to go through a lengthy interview process, and we're going to talk to guys who've been in that seat before. But we're also going to talk to guys who've been assistant GMs and head of college scouting and everything else in the NFL. And so what we're doing in some cases is, it's almost like the draft in some cases, because when you draft a player from college, you're making a bet. You're trying to project, can they do it at the next level? And we know throughout the history of the NFL draft, sometimes you're right, but sometimes you're wrong. And the best are wrong sometimes, because you're projecting. There's no guarantees there. And as we go through the GM process, I at least approach it kind of the same way. If you decide to go with an individual who's actually never sat in that seat, you gotta understand who they are as a person. First and foremost, what kind of man or woman, because there's no reason a woman can't be a GM, what kind of man or woman is that individual? What kind of character, what kind of integrity do they have? That's first and foremost. We want to understand the person. And then after that, what organization do they come from? Because, was it a successful organization? Who were they mentored by? Who have they been under? And so you gather all that information, and then you want to understand, what's the vision? What's the vision for the team? How do you see it? How would you go about it? Because you want to make sure, after you get the right
What just happened? We good?
Trained up in.
Okay.
And then understand what is their vision. You got to make sure that lines up with how we see it. And because alignment is critical. You got to communicate. You got to be able to have hard discussions. And at the end of the day, come to an answer. And then everyone has to own that. And so it's a lengthy process. But when you talk about guys or gals who've never done something before, you're making a little bit of a bet. You're trying to project how they'll perform at the next level of their career.
I'll endorse Caitlin Clark. That's it on that one.
So if we were playing basketball, that'd be a good
Gotcha.
pick right there.
Yeah, I got you. All right, just one last question, and then we'll let you go. What time can we expect the press release that we've traded for Myles Garrett and Cooper Kupp? Are you ready for that one? Every time, every time someone comes available, we're going to go get them. So, 4 today, maybe?
Yeah. You never know. It's funny. That the text messages, Jeff, you and I are on some of those text messages together.
Yeah.
And that's like playing fantasy football.
No, trust me.
Go get that guy and everything else. And listen, Myles Garrett and Cooper Kupp are great football players. No doubt about that. But we'll wait and see how this thing goes out. And there's a lot of things that go into it, as you guys know. It's fun. It's fun for our fans. It's fun for everybody. I mean, when I do it, I think you kind of think through what you could and couldn't do and everything else. But it's a little different one I'm in now. So now you got to sit back and say, okay, wait, it's not quite that easy. Just go and say, I want that guy. I want this guy. It's a process, and you got to look at your whole roster. And as you guys know, there's a ton of things that go into it. But, yeah, I thought that was interesting. Myles Garrett, in my opinion, probably the best overall defensive end in football.
Yeah, I'd give up. I'd give up half your roster for him, by the way. So don't put me involved. I gave up half the team this morning. Good thing you weren't listening.
Sure.
You'd have a big job coming up this offseason. My friend, I'm happy for you. I really am. Good. Do yeoman's work. Build us a winner. And if you ever have any questions, of course, Dan and I can give you the right answer.
Yes, I know. If I know for sure that if I ever need to give Liam or whoever our new GM is going to be some advice, I can just call you and Dan, and I'm sure you guys got all the answers.
We like to say, what we tell people is that we, quote, have you in our pocket.
Oh, perfect. Yes. That's great.
So blame us on the picks. Yeah, that'll help you. All right, Tony, thank you. Have a good day.
It all starts
with
Dan Hicken and Jeff Frost.
He had to give him that one on the way. See you, Tone. Thank you. All right, take a quick time out. Come back with a 10-minute drill. You are listening to 1010XL 92.5 FM on a Catlin Drug Accessories Tuesday.
The Drill on 1010XL from the studios of Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
I did not see this one coming.
Radio play-by-play is like stepping in a theater in your mind.
As good as it gets.
1010XL, Jacksonville's home for play-by-play.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Hey, gang, Hicken here from my friends at Beaches Dermatology, man. You know I've been talking about Beaches Dermatology for a while, man. Doctors Boudreaux and Metz, man, fixtures in the Jacksonville community. Dr. Fader with the Mohs surgery. Staff at Solano Road, always like to give them a shout-out because they've always been great to me, take good care of me. I've been going there for a lot of years, man. A lot of different locations now to serve you. Beaches Dermatology wants to remind you, though, even in the winter months, man, that sun comes out, you're playing golf, man, cover up those ears, man. Put on that hat. Long sleeve dry fit, whatever it takes. Protect that skin from the sun. If something should show up on the skin and you say, that looks different, get it checked out. Don't wait. That's the key. Don't wait. Get it checked out. Go online at beachesdermatology.com. Make an appointment today online at beachesdermatology.com.
Roll with Hard Rock Bet for Big Game 59 because we're rolling out over $5.9 million in bonus bets. The big game kicks off Sunday in New Orleans, but get your share of Big Easy bonus bets now so you can place more bets on us instead of using your own cash. It's the big game rollout, $5.9 million in promos only on Hard Rock Bet. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Attention homeowners, Chelsea here. For a limited time, Renewal by Andersen is making it easy to upgrade your home during our free window month. When you buy 4 windows or patio doors, you'll get 1 free. Our exclusive Fibrex material delivers the perfect combination of energy efficiency, durability, and style. Perfect for your home makeover this season. But hurry, this offer won't last long. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation today. Renewal by Andersen, the better way to a better window. Restrictions apply. See website for details. License number CGC 1527613.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
If you need a good idea for a great Valentine's gift, try 1010XL's Sweetheart Suggestions from
Kuhn Flowers and Wick at Candle Bar.
Happy Valentine's Day. Find everything you need to know at 1010XL.com.
Bueller. Stay cooler with Bueller.
Hey, pal, what's the matter?
I don't know about this air conditioner, Jason.
You know, my job is actually to...
I mean, 1 minute it's working, and the next minute it's not working. And every time I leave the house, I don't know if I'm coming back to a nice, cool oasis or a steaming cesspool of sweaty garbage fumes and dog farts, and then I'll never get to sleep. And I'll be too late to call someone. And what if I've got a big meeting the next morning and I haven't slept a wink?
Okay, dude. Stay cool. Or at least stay cooler.
But
Bueller Air and Plumbing can figure out why your AC only works sometimes and not all the time. We fix that kind of stuff every day.
You mean you can...
Life moves pretty fast. If you spend all your time worrying about an air conditioner that can totally be fixed, you could miss it.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Homeowners, listen up. It's time to start fresh in 2025. Prosser here, and Loan Pronto is here to help take control of your finances in 2025 by lowering your house payments and consolidating that nagging debt. Did you know that 9 out of 10 borrowers get a better deal by calling Loan Pronto? Right now, Loan Pronto has some of the most competitive offers for refis, debt consolidation, and purchase loans, starting in the low 5s APR. If your current rate is over 6%, don't settle for paying too much. Even if you're in process with another lender, call Loan Pronto now. Lock in at a lower rate today and close in as little as 2 weeks, often with no appraisal. You can even skip your next 2 house payments. It's fast, easy, and hassle-free. Get your personalized Loan Pronto rate quote instantly with no hard credit pull and no upfront fees. Call now, 904-999-1508, or go to loanpronto.com. That's 904-999-1508. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, subject to lender approval, NMLS consumeraccess.org.
Why pay more for prescriptions? Stop overpaying and start saving with SingleCare. It's easy. Find your prescription on singlecare.com, show the coupon at the pharmacy, and start saving. SingleCare works at pharmacies nationwide and is completely free to use, whether you have insurance or not. So the next time you fill a prescription, check SingleCare to make sure you're getting the best price. Take control of your prescription costs. Go to singlecare.com or download the free app today.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Brought to you by
Advanced Business Solutions.
your local authorized Xerox dealer on 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Hit it.
All right, we're back. It's time for the 10-minute drill. E.T. will give out the swag at the end of Little segment here. Brunch with the Tour coming up in the 8 o'clock hour. We'll go inside the golf world. They moved to Phoenix, right? Phoenix is the Super Bowl spot, isn't
Phoenix,
it?
yeah.
That's a fun one. That 16th hole there. Everyone goes crazy.
Yeah, they're supposed to tone it down a little bit this
Are
week.
they?
Yeah.
Remember, didn't it get kind of...
It got a little
too much last year?
To be completely fair, it's been out of hand for maybe
It has.
15 years.
Wait, that's the waste management?
Yeah.
Man, I was supposed to go, man.
Apparently you didn't make it. It was encouraged to the point that it's now... It's a problem.
They're asking for something bad to happen.
And now, look, I get it. If you go in there, here's what I feel sorry for. The poor slap who's not aware of anything and just gets himself some tickets because he wants to sit there and watch the par 3 and then realizes about 5 minutes in, every time someone hits a shot, he's going to get pelted with beer.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for that guy. Most of the people in there know what they signed up for.
Yeah, he'll find out quickly.
Yeah, he'll find out quickly, and it is out of control. And I think last year it got to the point when you're throwing, half full cans of beer, man, it's not going to end well.
No.
But I like that tournament because I've always associated it with the Super Bowl. I feel like it's produced like good first time winners. Like I feel like maybe Kepco won there early. I feel like it gives you a good winner.
It gets good leaderboards for sure, and you see a lot of the same names kind of reappear every year there. On
horses for courses kind of deal.
Scotty Scheffler, basically, if he's upright after 4 days.
Don't tell me. What are the? And I played that course in Phoenix, and I've played Las Colinas, and I've played, I don't know, probably 5 or 6 of the TPC courses nationwide. They're all very similar? No,
no, I would say
you don't think so?
No,
you don't think so?
No, yeah.
I guess because
there's some sneaky good ones.
Which ones are the best?
Here's the best.
Yeah. What makes this one the best, other than the prestige of it hosting the tournament?
It's a great test of golf.
The layout, just everything about it.
Yeah.
Like I found Las Colinas to be kind of easy.
In Dallas?
Yeah, used to be the Byron Nelson.
Yeah, that's more wind dependent there.
Okay, I got you.
If it's usually it did blow that during
it did
that week.
when I was there. The few times I played there.
20 is
I got you.
A lot there.
Did you have it? What was your favorite?
TPC River Highlands is really good in Connecticut.
Okay.
For the travelers.
Yeah.
That's another really good one.
So they're all it definitely seems like there's I don't know if it's an advantage per se, but having tournaments at TPC courses, it seems like it's more and more common.
Well,
more
I mean,
more popular.
the tour owns. I don't know if they own all of them. Like, I don't think the tour owns TPC's. No, I could be totally off on this.
Okay,
I know they got rid of a couple.
I got you.
Yeah,
I got you. From the text line, Design My Lifetime Enclosures this morning, JP, what I love about Maddie and Murph on the show is that their knowledge and pure sports fandom goes well beyond their respective sports play. Great listen every time they're on.
Oh, wow.
I get a lot of that. See, I'm just buttering your toast there a little bit, huh?
Sweet of you.
Yeah. I'm good that way. And then Stewie will come in, and I'll let you two, let you two get at it.
I love Stuart Moore.
Stewie brings it every day. He's a good sport about it. So
bring in Chick-fil-A.
Oh, he better. Yeah, we make him leave if he doesn't bring the food. Yeah, he has to go, which seems completely fair to me.
Yeah.
Who do you think's winning the Super Bowl?
Oh, man. Yeah, I was doing a little digging last night. I think I'm going to be on the Eagles.
You are?
Yeah.
Because I feel like everyone's first instinct is to say Chiefs, and then if I can get them to pause for a second. You know the one stat of all the stats that would worry me as an Eagles fan?
What's that?
It's the rematch of the quarterback stat.
Yeah.
The quarterback who wins the first one always wins the second one. And by always, I mean every time in history has won the second. It's only happened 3 or 4 times, but I guess what scares me if I'm trying to get on the Eagles.
Yeah.
I can only see one path to an Eagles win, and it's a double-digit victory.
It's a boat race.
So you have to, or at least double-digit win, a game where you get a 2-possession lead and and the best they get is to within a score.
Yeah.
I feel like so there's 3 outcomes to me, right?
Yeah.
A close game, a Chiefs win, or an Eagles win, and I feel like the close game, the Chiefs get both the Eagles and the Chiefs chances.
Yeah.
So that is the part. Now, and I don't think the Eagles are good enough to blow them out. I think the Chiefs' defense is too good. It's too proud. You don't not give up a 100-yard rusher by accident, right?
Well,
and they didn't give a 100-yard running back all year.
Yeah, I know. And speaking of that Chiefs defense, last night I was looking at Super Bowl MVP, the odds to win it. Obviously, Mahomes is a going away favorite. But we got a little pop quiz here.
Wow.
My dog, Matty.
Brought one in?
Jeff.
I saw when he came in with that laptop, he meant business.
Listen, I was looking at value last night for some defensive MVPs.
I mean, what just happened here? I feel like I've gotten sidewacked.
I knew he was up to something when he came in
He
here with that
was,
laptop.
wasn't he?
I'm going to school.
You know when I knew he was up to something? He pulled a damn lasso out. He was over here doing this. That's when I knew he was on to something. All right, what do we got
Listen,
here?
we got 10.
10?
There have been 10 defensive
Really? That
MVPs
many?
in the Super Bowl.
Ooh,
Yes.
that's surprising.
There have been 5 in the last 30 years.
Okay.
Peel them off.
First, I got to do this because the first mistake I'll make is
Give me the last 5.
I'll throw one out. See, and the way my brain works, I'm better going back to the beginning and giving you like Chuck Hawley, and then giving you Harvey Martin.
We're in trouble here.
Okay.
We're in trouble here.
I'm gonna give you Howley and Martin. You know you're in trouble.
Yeah,
I got you, Jeff. You
Harvey
said
Martin.
You said 96, right? That's Reggie White, right, Jeff? I'm going to Jeff for this.
Yeah, you don't want to end the game right now.
That's why I'm going to Jeff.
No, I don't think Reggie White was the MVP of the Packers Super Bowl. Yeah,
was it Brett Favre?
I think it may have been Desmond Howard.
Oh, okay.
Or Favre, one of the two. Howard had a punt return though in that game.
Yeah, he did.
All right, no. So I've gotten 2 of the 10. You want me to go?
Yeah, but you haven't gotten the last 5.
I know. I got to. It's
96 and on.
So since 1996.
Oh, is that Ryan Woodson?
Hold on. I got to just look at the Super Bowls. I'm not going to look at anything about them. I'm just going to look at the games. I need to see what the games.
This 10-minute drill is about to be 15.
They're fine.
All right.
Leave the clock to me, okay? Okay. You worry about slow play. You worry about slow play on tour, okay? And
we got the clock.
All right. And I'll worry about the broadcast clock. Plus, everyone likes the Jeopardy theme. Who doesn't? All right, here are the Super Bowl winners. Perfect. I won't have to. This will not give me anything. Okay, the last 15, you said? I got to find some defensive guys.
The last 5, 96 and on.
All right, that is the Kansas City, it's been Mahomes. No. Wow, man. All right, Von Miller.
Yep.
I'm gonna guess
that's the most recent.
Okay, good.
Yep.
I'm guessing.
There's one I can't believe you're not getting.
I'm guessing.
Malcolm Smith.
Yep.
Yeah,
Malcolm Smith and
Yeah.
Malcolm Butler did
No,
that's Brady probably. Wasn't
Yeah,
it?
I don't think
All
he
right,
won
so
it.
that's Malcolm. All right, let me go back here. Malcolm Smith is the 43-8 game.
Yep.
Okay.
Should have been Cliff Avery, but we ain't going there.
Baltimore, San Francisco. That wasn't a defensive guy. The Giants. It's going to be Eli. Green Bay beat Pittsburgh. No. Now.
Uh-oh.
Did Harrison win MVP for that crazy play that he made in that game, or did we go with like Santonio Holmes or how many have we gotten? 3?
We've gotten 2 of the 5.
Only 2?
Yeah, Von Miller and Malcolm Smith. Those are the last 2 to do it.
Okay, so all right, and we go back to 96.
Yep.
All right, let me come from that direction here real quick. No,
Should be the Cowboys won in 96, right?
the Cowboys beat
Part of
Pittsburgh.
The three-peat.
Was that the DB? He had the
Yeah, wasn't it Darren Woodson? Was it?
no, it was oh gosh, I want to say James Washington, but he was the
Boy, this game's
That was
about to
Buffalo.
end.
No,
This
no.
game is
No, no,
about
no,
to
no,
end.
No, I got Tampa. Derek Brooks.
Incorrect.
All right, game ends. What is it?
Game ends.
It was a defender
It was
though.
Dexter.
Yeah.
Yep, Dexter Jackson.
Dexter Jackson. Yeah.
Dexter Jackson, Ray Lewis.
Wow. How
And
do
the
we
Cowboys one was Larry Brown.
Larry Brown. That's the
Brown.
name.
Okay.
And then
That was the good one.
James Washington also had a big game as a Cowboys defender in one of those Buffalo Super Bowls, but I don't think he won MVP. All right, that was fun. We'll be back with more next to our attention to the 8 o'clock hour. It is a Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday on the drill.
Hit me up right now. I got a $30 gift card to Top Dog Tavern right now. 904-641-1010.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
What do you hear on the street these days, Huggy?
There was a time when something was missing from the First Coast radio dial.
Dig this.
1010XL. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
You know, many plumbers won't quote prices over the phone and instead charge a service fee for an in-home estimate. Of course, because they know once they're in your home, you're probably not going to send them away. But Roland Reach Plumbing is different. Roland will give you a price quote over the phone. And there's never a trip charge or service fee for an estimate. So if you've got a leak and can't wait a week and don't like paying unnecessary fees, call on Roland Reach Plumbing at plumbingjacksonville.com.
This is Dr. George Barry inviting you to look online at barryorthopedics.com for the latest in medical advancements when it comes to getting you back to full joint health. After studying under Dr. James Andrews, I know proper diagnosis is the first key to treatment, and educating the patient is the fastest path to recovery. Whether it's chronic back pain, nagging arthritis, or necessary joint replacement, we're here to serve you in the best possible way. We are Barry Orthopedics and online at barryorthopedics.com.
Find out more at barryorthopedics.com. That's BAHRI orthopedics.com.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg, the president of Underwoods. Clayton, I know you're the head diamond buyer at Underwoods, and you travel to the markets to buy diamonds. Why don't you just look at an emailed list and have them send you the diamond?
Frank, there are a couple of reasons we go straight to the source when we're selecting the diamonds we want to put the Underwood name on. First, as an expert diamond buyer, I have to see a diamond before I can really judge its beauty versus the price it's being offered at. Second, when we're at the source, we have huge selections to choose our diamonds from, so we don't have to compromise the Underwood quality standard. The result is we control what goes into our diamond stock instead of allowing a diamond dealer to send us what he wants us to have. The bottom line is we're able to offer our customers carefully selected, beautiful diamonds that we're proud to have carry the Underwood name.
Underwoods, serving excellence since 1928 in San Marco, Avondale, and the shops of Ponte Vedra.
Home of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Got a cracked windshield? Not only is it dangerous, but did you know it's also illegal? Call Baker Glass. Matt and his crew use the best auto glass in the market, and they accept most insurance. Plus, all new windshields come with a full warranty. From cars to trucks to RVs, you can count on Baker Glass to be fast and friendly. Just check out their Google reviews. Come see us at the shop on Casta Avenue, or we can come to you at your home or business.
I'm back with Baker Glass. No one treats you better.
I'm with Greg from Cycles of Jacksonville. No matter the weather, Triumph has an unbelievable selection of rides where you can get out and just enjoy the highway.
They do. The new Rocket is out with the new color schemes, the Tiger 1200, which has been revamped. These bikes are nice, gorgeous, and ready to ride.
And if you want to take a look at the selection, they can just roll into the showroom and see a full variety.
We've got them all in stock and ready to go.
So if you log on, cyclesofjacksonville.com, search the Triumph line, and then head into the showroom. You'll be impressed. Cycles of Jacksonville.
The best golfing weather is upon us, and the Hidden Hills Golf Club invites you to enjoy your next round of golf with us. Our welcoming atmosphere and love for golf keep our friends coming back. Check us out at hiddenhillsgc.com. You'll be glad you did.
Here's good advice from your friends here at 1010XL. I'm Frank Frangie. The next time you need to send a gift for a birthday, anniversary, wedding, or just for the fun of it, call the experts at Kuhn Flowers. For over 75 years, Kuhn Flowers does it right.
Hey, it's Angela and Brian Wall. How many companies do you know in this day and age that actually want their potential customers to call their competition and get quotes from them?
That's what Wonderworld wants you to do. Wonderworld knows there are other window companies out there, but we also know those other guys. When compared to Wonderworld, they can't offer you the quality at the price that Wonderworld can.
And with Wonderworld, you get the absolute best guarantee there is in the window replacement business.
If anything goes wrong with your new Wonderworld windows, 5 years from now, 10, 15, 50, Wonderworld and I will be there to fix it for you. You get peace of mind with Wonderworld, and to top it off, Wonderworld windows increase the value of your home. So look what you get with Wonderworld. Quality windows, low price, the best guarantee in the business, energy savings, and an increase in the value of your home. A win-win for you.
Call Wonderworld today and get your free in-home estimate, or see them online at WonderWorldNEFlorida.com.
Wonderworld, simply the best for less. Thank you for your business.
Window World also offers energy-efficient doors.
I'm Tori Evans with your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update on 1010XL. Duval's first ever draft pick is no longer covering the Jags, but rebuilding them. Hall of Fame lineman Tony Boselli is the Jaguars' next Executive Vice President of Football Operations, a role previously filled by Tom Coughlin. Boselli spoke on looking to Coughlin for guidance in his new role.
Yeah, listen, Tom is someone I respect and I played for, and he's meant a lot to me in my life. On the field, he's become a friend, but it's a different role. You know, it's not the exact same role. I think Shad laid it out very clearly what my role is. I'm not picking players. I'm not coaching. We're going to hire the best people for that. We've got the best coach, we believe, and now we're going to go find the best GM. And my job is to support those guys. And I can be a sounding board. I'll give my advice as they need it, help them have success. That's my role, and I look forward to doing it.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
We're back here on a Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday, 8:02 on a Tuesday morning. Matt Every in studio with us. The two PGA Tour victories, both at Bay Hill. Does that make it your favorite golf course? What was your favorite golf course on tour, regardless of
Riviera?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
A lot of people say that. That would be a common answer on tour, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would be.
There's a real disconnect in between that and golf fan. We do not view that as the
Well, I mean, for the
place that y'all do.
It's just
It's the property.
Yeah.
California has a different vibe feel to it too. I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it.
Well, you can't see the coast from it or anything, but it's just
No, I hear
sits
you.
down in this little there's cliffs or I don't even know what you would call it, but like 100-foot cliff basically around the course with these mansions built on top of it, and this thing just sits down in there. There's no water hazards. There's no nothing. It's just a raw golf course.
It's a test of golf too.
It is a brutal test.
Now, why would you prefer that, say, to the picturesque beauty of Pebble?
I just think it's a better test than Pebble.
So it's both.
Like you saw Pebble this week. They had weather there, and they were shooting the grass off that place. It's
where is what do you
Pebble's
do?
pretty easy.
What
do you do? The guys are just getting too powerful?
Yeah, it's just changing the game as it was designed. You've made these beautiful golf courses, these traditional standards of
like
testing
Rory
yourself.
Rory on the par 5 when he hit driver 7 iron. That's not supposed to happen there.
No, back in the day,
especially that time of year.
I got Tom Watson hitting a 4-iron in on his third shot on the same hole back in the day. I mean, what are we doing, man? I don't know what you do. I do know what you do. It's real easy, but
change the driver?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You dumb it down so it
Max
only
it
goes X amount. I mean, I guess the problem with that is, you're taking away from the advantages of other players. Like, if you take away Rory's advantage, hitting it long, then that's part of what makes him great.
Yeah, maybe, but it's like that with everything in golf. I mean, you're giving an advantage to a guy that can't hit a 4-iron by letting him hit a hybrid versus a guy who can hit a 4-iron out there, and a hybrid doesn't do him any good. There's all kinds of give and take.
Yeah. It's just it's interesting.
I'm all for 2 separate sets of rules. All for it.
For between pros and amateurs?
All for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you should be. And it's just silly that it's not. I mean,
it's just the only way to make our game in and keep golf fun.
It's no different than telling amateur football players that they got to put full uniforms on when they go play, pick up football, or tell basketball players you got to be in uniform. Silliness. Yeah, there should be different rules for sure. They need to change public golf rules. I don't know what they're waiting on. Oh, all kinds of stuff. There shouldn't be. Out of bounds should be lateral. I mean, I come up with 1,000.
I agree with that.
You should never hit it out of a divot, ever, ever, ever in any space. Move it in the rough. Who cares, dude? If you're playing with your dudes, that's one thing. But you know what? Actually, beginners are doing all that anyway.
Yeah.
Play faster is what I would say, boys. Just a little bit. Are you like every Jaguars fan, and when some shiny new object becomes available out there glinting in the sun, you're like, me? In other words, Miles Garrett says he wants to trade. By the way, the Browns say, well, that's great. We ain't interested.
Sure.
And on the other side, it's the exact opposite. Cooper Kupp wants to stay a Ram, and the Rams have had enough of Cooper Kupp not being available, I guess. Either one of those guys do anything for you?
No.
Yeah.
Well, obviously Miles Garrett does, but I think that's a total pipe dream. Cooper Kupp scares me a little bit.
Well, and Miles, because of his age and because of his he's been beat to heck. It's hard to forecast 31-year-old receivers, with a rebirth.
Yeah.
Look, let me just go recently. Guys who fit that category, who teams have gotten, hoping they're still all that. Odell Beckham, a couple different places. The Ravens tried it. The Dolphins tried it. DeAndre Hopkins, has he been anything at all?
Boy, where'd he go?
Right. Where's
I know where he is, but yeah.
Right. I mean,
he's like the 4 guy for them.
To a lesser degree, I mean, I'm still shocked at the way it all went down. I mean, the Buffalo Bills went and got Amari Cooper at the trade deadline to be an alpha 1 receiver.
I'm with you. I don't.
And he went nowhere. So I don't. Look, if there's always this, and I think it's a fair question to ask, especially of good teams. If they don't want him, why? The Rams could use Cooper. If Cooper Kupp were good enough to benefit your team, I would imagine the Rams would still use him. It's not like they're overflowing with young receivers. They got Puka. That's it.
Right.
I mean, that kid from Florida, it just continues to remain DeMarcus Robinson is, just continues to be a 3 receiver for him year in and year out. Best quarterbacks, gang. Retired quarterbacks. Can't be current.
Retired.
Best quarterbacks to never win a Super Bowl. I got a list here. The 10 best quarterbacks retired, so you can't say Josh Allen.
Yeah.
The 10 best Super Bowls who never won the big game.
Jim Kelly.
Is he one?
I don't
know.
No,
Dan Marino.
no.
Marino's one?
Probably.
I wonder if Marino forever will be one. Like Marino's what I was alive during the Marino fascination in the heart of it.
Who would it be right now?
But here's the thing with Marino. The reason I ask about Marino's staying power, now it's pretty good. It's already been 40 years, but the reason Marino caught your eyes because he took the passing game to where it now is common, 4,000 yards. Yeah. That's what made him so. So there was this insinuation he's the best to ever do it because he was throwing he had so much production. Well, as you know, suddenly Phillip Rivers was Dan Marino.
Yeah.
From that standpoint. And the Dolphins never won. I think Dan Marino, this is going to be blasphemy to Dolphins fans. I think Dan Marino's a little overrated. Like to carry the title of
to carry that title, yes. You could almost throw like a guy that's playing now in that title over Marino.
Yeah, I guess I mean it from this standpoint. I don't mean the best of the retired never to win the Super Bowl. I'm saying for a while, Marino got love as the best quarterback of all time, having never won one. And so that I'm speaking to that part of a current quarterback. What now?
Like Josh Allen.
Oh yeah. He got a long way to go, but sure, you got at the end of the day, you got
a long ways to go.
Yeah, and this is what I said about all the complaining. Y'all want to blame the refs and this, that, the other about Patrick Mahomes. Keep going because right now AFC is team wannabe. And the Chiefs are team gonna do. And so the Bills and Allen and the Ravens wannabe. The Ravens and Lamar wannabe. Allen wannabe. Burrow wish you were. Just a bunch of pretending, can't beat them. Give them. How many tries do the Chiefs have to give the Ravens and the Bills to beat them? Huh? Don't they beat them every year in the playoffs, it feels like?
As many as they want.
How many tries? So that's kind of the same. Yeah, so now I'm to believe, after beating back the likes of Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson and these guys over the years, suddenly the Eagles and Jalen Hurts are going to be the one that does it? That's hard. That's a hard sell for me. All right, I got the quarterbacks here. The 10 best, at least one that never won a Super Bowl.
I'm taking back Jim Kelly.
Well, he's number 3 on the list, so he did pretty good.
Never mind.
He went to 4. He won. He won a lot more than Marino. That's why the Marino thing bugs me. Shouldn't Kelly get more credit for being the best to not win a Super Bowl? The fact that he actually won his conference 4 straight years?
Yeah.
But Marino gets all that love for being like. You tell me, Jeff, was Marino the best quarterback in the league? Like while he was playing at any time?
In today's age, he would not have been considered that.
But when he was playing,
I'm saying today, I don't. It's hard to answer that question because you're given different standards. The answer is hell no. It's Joe Montana.
Okay,
that's the answer. He was undefeated in the postseason. Never threw an interception. I'm not postseason in the Super Bowl. Never hasn't thrown a Super Bowl interception. You know, it's like 12 touchdowns, no picks, and 4 Super Bowl wins.
Right, because like from my knowledge, I know Jim Kelly was good, but he
was dead. No, he was not. He was not considered as good as Marino, and he's not as good as Marino.
And I think that's where Marino gets those
fair.
points.
I get it. Marino, they say, is number 1, the best quarterback to never win a Super Bowl. He only had one opportunity. He lost in 1984, but he did obliterate single-season records. The first 5,000-yard passer.
We got a long ways to go. We've only got 2 of these.
48 touchdown passes. I was really going to make it about Marino, to be honest. Good. The rest of the list is just all right. Fran Tarkenton, again, win a bunch, so that helped. Phillip Rivers 4. That's another overrated in my book. Warren Moon 5.
He was going to be one of mine.
Phillip Rivers, Warren Moon, yeah. Donovan McNabb.
It's Rex Grossman on that list.
Steve McNair.
Oh,
different. McNair's another one. Probably fare a little better in today's league, right? There's such a They're devising game plans around these guys now rather than accepting their dual threat ability. Almost felt like they accepted it, whereas now it's encouraged. Dan Fouts.
Where's Matt Ryan on there?
Matt Ryan's number 9.
Okay.
Speak of the devil. And Boomer Esiason. Boomer was a good quarterback. Doesn't feel like
I feel like Matt Ryan's got like half of Super Bowl.
Matt Ryan.
He had one in his lap.
Kyle Shanahan knows Matt Ryan. Apology, a Super Bowl ring, a trophy. Completely, single-handedly thwarted Atlanta.
Matt Ryan, pretty good on TV too. Have you heard him at all?
He's CBS.
It's like pregame stuff.
I think CBS.
And Kirk Cousins was really good.
Did you watch the quarterback doc?
No.
On Netflix?
No.
You'd enjoy that. But Cousins was one of the 4 that they did that offseason, and you could see that personality.
Dude, he was just sharp across the board.
He was on the same.
Different. I think it was a different.
All right, just kind of update you on the Jags situation. There is a search for GM. Tony said, look, I asked Tony earlier when we had him on just about this. Look, you got a coach that's never been a head coach. You got Tony in the front office, never been in the front office. You're going to get a GM who's never been a GM. You've already hired a defense coordinator who's never been a defensive coordinator. Tony sharing his thoughts on that and more with us earlier today.
The way that's going to be structured is that you're going to have myself as the EVP of football operations, our new GM when we find one, and then coach, all reporting directly to Chad. And we will all, together, we'll all make big football decisions. But at the end of the day, the GM is responsible for, the draft, free agency, trades, cuts, all the player stuff, all the scouts, responsibility for that. I mean, head coach is pretty easy. He's the head ball coach. He's going to be coaching the plays and players and staff and everything that's most important. Actually, the most important thing is what happens on the field every day, and especially on Sundays and some Monday nights. Hopefully, when we're one of the best teams in the NFL, and we're playing national games every week. And then I will be over responsible for the operations. So all the departments and staff that are responsible for supporting both of those groups, the head coach and the GM. So that's how we're structured.
All right. A great point on the text line. And I was going to bring up the rule I learned yesterday when it comes to hitting your teammate with a golf ball. I know Tony. He would have deflected just like the ball did off and said, I don't remember what you're talking about. That's what happened. So, gang, that wouldn't have worked.
Going back to Tony this morning, as a fan, I loved hearing pretty much everything he had to say. I love the there's one voice on this team, and it's Liam's. And I also love the fresh start, Jeff. I mean, it does.
Like I said, it's the first time.
It does kind of feel like that a little bit.
It's kind of like '95 when Tony was the seed to our fresh start as a player, and hopefully he can have that. Again, I mean, people like to have fun with, curses and streaks and jinxes and that. You could almost say the curse of Tony Boselli when the Jags, when he was banged up and injured and let him go in the expansion draft. They haven't been the same since. Now, they had already started the decline a little bit, so I'm not going to point just to that. Getting Tony back here, getting him on the wall, getting him in the hall, and, hopefully at the end of the day, he'll be Mr. Jaguar in every single way, and he can lend some success to this struggling organization. We'll just put it that way. Brunch with the Tours next. We'll go inside the field and Phoenix this week and more. It's a Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday on The Drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Find Florida Gators basketball on 1010XL.
Fifth-ranked Florida takes another step closer to their third national championship against Vanderbilt. Gators Commodores, tonight at 7 on 1010 AM.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes. Around this time last year, I was celebrating. Why? Because I had reached my goal of dropping 40 pounds with a Waco 180. It felt great. We all set goals, but most times we don't have a plan to hit them, so it's not really a goal. I'd call it more of a wish, and we know how that saying goes. With a Waco 180, I didn't wish the weight away. I had a plan, and this time I knew I'd reach my goal, and I did it. 40 pounds gone in just 2 months. Simple. That was a year ago, and I haven't put on a pound. How do I feel? Like $1 million. Like the horizon line that looked so far away all those years is now right in front of me, and it's a brand new day, and it's time to seize it. Night and day from where I felt carrying around all that weight, having to untuck my shirts, winded trying to tie my shoes. If you're overweight, you know what I mean. Set your goal and know you'll reach it with the solution for weight loss. Call 844-346-1800 or online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Upgrade your home with the winning combination of style and performance from Renewal by Andersen. Energy efficient, custom-built replacement windows and doors. For a limited time, buy 4 windows or patio doors and get the 5th free. Plus, 0 down, no payments, and no interest for 18 months. This offer expires February 28th. Renewal by Andersen, proud partner of the Florida Gators. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
Denny Thompson here. This is the last week to enter for a chance to win a $2,500 prize over at the new Tyson Sound and Security showroom. I'm talking a 75-inch loaded Samsung TV with 3D surround sound, a soundbar with wireless subwoofer, and installation is included. Stop by the new showroom, check out the setup, and drop your name in the box to enter for your chance to win. Giveaway ends Sunday, so go now to Tyson Sound and Security, 3555 U.S. Highway 17 in Fleming Island.
When the heat's on high or the chill is too much, who you gonna call? Cool Cats Heating and Cooling is locally owned and operated with a perfect touch. You'll keep your home just right, day or night. AC to heating, don't take a beating. Call the coolest cats in town. With a 5-star Google rating, they're your neighbors, ready to help. So get your paw of approval from Cool Cats Heating and Cooling, the coolest cats in town. CoolCatsJacks.com.
If you're tired of weekend projects turning into weekend disasters, you're not alone. Building a fence isn't as easy as it looks. And let's face it, your neighbor still hasn't fixed his lopsided masterpiece. But Superior Fence and Rail makes it easy. Highly trained professionals, top quality materials, and a fence you'll love for years to come. Skip the stress and call the pros today.
When you're on the fence, about the fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
Fish know where to hide. Captain Kevin knows how to find them.
That's a big one.
Listen for the Wing Power Fishing Forecast Show, brought to you by Awaken 180 Weight Loss and Royal Pest Services.
Thursday nights at 6
on 1010XL AM.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today from GFL, Green for Life.
I'm here with Danny Van Sickle, Director of the Electrical Training Alliance. Danny, tell me about your program.
Hey, Rick, we're a 4-year electrical apprenticeship. Our students start out making over $40,000 a year and right now make over $90,000 a year, including benefits. There is no tuition or student debt. You just have to apply and get accepted.
Did you say no tuition and no student debt?
You heard that right, Rick. Once you're accepted to the program, your only cost for the books and the course fees, about $800 a year.
That sounds like an amazing opportunity. How can I learn more?
Just go to etajax.org and you can apply there.
Apply by May 15th.
Hammond, Valentine's Day is coming up. Got any romantic plans?
Dad, I'm married to Clean Air. My plan is to help Jacksonville families breathe easier.
You're helpless, but Clean Air does sound nice. Can duct cleaning really help?
Absolutely. Dust, allergens, even odors can build up in your ducts. Cleaning them now makes your air fresher and healthier for your family. The EPA says better indoor air quality can reduce health risk.
So cleaning ducts are like Valentine's Day gift for the house.
Exactly. Forget chocolates. Fresh air lasts longer and doesn't melt. Plus, we've got a February special, $100 off your total.
All right, sign me up. Maybe fresh air will make Mom fall in love with me again all over.
You'll have to take her to dinner for that, but cleaner air will definitely help.
Fair enough. Jacksonville, if you're ready to show your home some love, Google Zerorez and read over 7,000 5-star reviews. Zerorez.
Spelled Florida backwards, it's the right way to clean.
CEROREZ. Zerorez.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, Brunch with the Tour. Brought to you by
Clearwater Irrigation and Drainage too.
Brunch, provided by Chick-fil-A on 1010XL.
All right, we're back here on the drill. Stewie Moore.
Here we are. I heard the dulcet tones of Matt Every driving in. I knew it was going to be a
Easy day.
Tough segment.
No, you stop.
I know. I can't be the expert now.
Yeah, right, man.
Not that I ever was.
This just in.
Breaking news, everyone. Oh, my Lord.
What do we got? I think the tour, I think it's good for the tour when Rory McIlroy wins.
For sure.
You know, and I don't know how it translated to TV numbers. We're getting to a time where it's easy to strike oil in the TV world. There's not a whole lot going on the weekends as we transition out of football, and sports fans like me are looking for things to watch. I normally watch golf anyway,
Watched
but
a lot of golf on Sunday.
it's a good watch. It's a good watch. It's a beautiful, beautiful golf course, man. HGTV.
I thought
took Pebble to a whole nother level.
The camera shots last week were insane.
Well, I guess they're maybe using some drones or something.
The
Like
drone
they had
tracer on Pebble was nuts.
They showed Rory on like one of the early to middle back 9 holes, and it really gave you the 5 definition of the depth. Like,
the
you could see
topography
he was there, and then there was a canyon, and then there was the water, and you can't see that all the time just when the static camera on the green. But I'm with you. What a place, huh?
Mm-hmm.
And it was a long time coming. I think second year we haven't had the AMs on the weekend, and you've played out there. It's like that Saturday. Third round at Pebble used to be just brutal on TV, if we're being honest. Here's Chris Berman sculling it over the green, and here it's like, now we've got the best players in the world, iconic golf course. The weather was great for the most part. I mean, Sunday was spectacular.
They're shooting the grass off that place, Stuart.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's a little. Is it too short for? I mean,
I don't know.
7 iron to 14 is bizarre.
Yeah, that was ridiculous, especially that time of year.
Yeah,
I mean, I could see it in the summer if it's baked out, and you catch.
I think, is that not the hole that Gary Woodland hit like a 4-wood on into the year that he won the U.S. Open?
Yeah, US Open.
So that gives people a reference. If you remember the year that Woodland won, he hit like a fairway wood onto that green or a hybrid.
Yeah.
And here's Rory with a 7 iron on the same hole.
I talked about it a little bit yesterday, though. That whole back 9, when Roy's got that driver slotted like that, there aren't many guys on the tour that have a weapon like that in their bag. I don't care, like the best putter. That Rory's driver is better than Peter Malnati's putter. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%. I know. I totally agree. I think that when you take away the wind, you take away the weather. It's not a long golf course, right? And there's nowhere to lengthen it. You can't add yards out there. It's basically the green, right? You don't want late afternoon downhill 4-footer at Pebble. No one wants that. The entire West Coast swing. Mm-hmm. So if the weather's good, it's just they're just throwing darts.
Yeah, especially where he was driving it. I mean, it's almost impossible for him to play bad.
I think this is a fair question, and the question has been answered to me in odder situations than it wasn't answered this weekend. Does the tour have a dress code?
Yeah, what's going on with that?
You can't wear gray sweat. I mean, bro,
I'm curious who's giving him the call.
It's got to be an Andy, right? Yeah.
He remind me of B-Rad from Malibu's Most Wanted.
I get you want to push the boundaries of style and fashion and bring golf into the whatever, man. Like, you look like you were going to the wild.
No, but I think he wore the sweatpants because you guys keep making him take off his gear. I don't know if it's because of the size of the logo or
that's
whatever.
What it is. The only
like the Marble, he wore that like it was like a sweeping kind of hoodie. It felt like at the PGA, and it was, it was kind of weird looking, but it was okay. But it's not okay wearing gray sweatpants like your Hans and Franz.
Like you can't wear jeans. I'm sure there's something.
Yeah. I can't believe I'm not even kidding.
I had a lot of this. Man, I can't tell you how many times I've gotten, letters in the mail or fines about just stuff that now is completely accepted.
Yeah. Hoodies probably
complete. Oh gosh, one year in Greensboro, it was so hot I rolled up my pants a little bit. Like, they were below my knee, but I did, and I two holes later, I got 2 officials breathing down my neck. Telling me it's conduct unbecoming, but we can wear gray sweats 5 years later.
Yeah, or the capri, not the capri, the joggers. They wear those. Basically the same thing.
Joggers. Yeah, that's big.
That's basically what you did.
Yeah,
he's a jogger guy. I bet
that one just looked sloppy.
Yeah,
it just looked like an unkept bed.
Listen, we all know you don't wear gray sweatpants.
Which is weird for Jason Day, though.
That's another thing I said. Like, this doesn't fit his.
You know what?
At all.
You know what annoys me about it?
And I'm not talking about the fit. Of the
I'm not
clothes.
kidding.
I'm talking about the personality. Like the Jason Day that I know. Does not look for attention. He doesn't.
Not at all.
Here's
100%.
Here's what I take from all this. Hey tour, here's one of the guys that stood by you. I mean, you want to talk about a prime candidate to take a run at the the multi-million-dollar deal that Liv was offering, Jason Day would have been candidate one, and he stood by you the whole time. And what are we going to do? We're going to pick apart a hoodie he wore at the PGA. We're going to make his clothing. He wore those on purpose. He would have never worn those.
I totally agree.
If he hadn't been getting
He's trying to see where the line is.
That's
right.
right.
Hey, he might come out in a wife beater next week.
My point is, why getting a little big tit for tat with
I don't know if there was a tit for tat. I have no idea.
You are here for the tour, so
I would like to pay my mortgage next month.
Yeah,
so
fair.
I don't know.
That's fair. That's fair.
But I mean, was it like sweatpant material? Like, was it?
Yes, it was like
I mean,
great
I saw it.
like Hans and Franz.
It looked like some Nike Techs.
It looked like
He literally stole it from Kevin Nealon while he was in California. I mean,
I love a good Hans and
It
Franz.
looked like he went into Champ Sports and bought some Champion sweats.
Old school.
Yeah.
It looked like B-Rad from Malibu's Most Wanted.
Malibu's Most Wanted. Anyway, I just wonder what's going on with the dress code and what with Jason Day, because I'm with Matt. Jason Day's the nicest guy you ever meet, feels like.
Yeah.
Did Ludwig Oberg move into a haunted house in Nocatee? Or
With you, man.
I mean,
I picked him and I completely forgot about the illness the weekend prior, which was like 48 hours before I picked the guy.
Yeah.
And
So
then
he
goes
gave it a go.
DFL
Didn't have it.
day one, and then a Jex after that.
We're not worried about
Listen, man.
We're not worried about his game, though.
The knock life isn't for everyone.
It's
Maybe
not.
the golf cart and the loaded Yeti going to a flag football game.
I mean, it's so new. I don't know how it could be haunted. There's been nothing there to die yet.
That's up there with the Luca trade as far as head scratchers for me.
What's that? The Nocatee?
The Nocatee.
Why are mom's teeth red at every flag football game? I don't know, buddy. Just go score a touchdown. Thanks. It's a different. I don't know. The curse of the knock.
All right, so we moved to Phoenix this week. So what officially are we gonna like? Are
we toning it down this week?
Yeah.
What are some of the measures we're taking?
Well, I think alcohol sales. I think now some of this is also it's interesting. I added police on property. I think they're adding more police to the spectator parking lot. So before you get in your car, hey, we're gonna hold you over here for a little bit.
Yeah.
They've widened some of the corridors to make it because people. I think, and there's another entrance too. Because I think there was just I've never been out there. There's only one entrance, spectator.
Yeah.
And I think it's over by the highway. And so from an egress, ingress, people aren't getting jammed in. But yeah, it's I keep your fingers crossed. I mean, it's just it's
you never know.
You never know.
An interesting part of that tournament, Jeff, that people don't get to see because they're just seeing 16 on TV is the stragglers when they come out of 16 and they're walking the rest of the course. The rest of the course isn't, packed with spectators. And you get 3 or 4 buddies, guys that have been drinking together all day. They get very chirpy out there with players.
And that's what happened with Zach last year. Remember, he started kind of mouthing off. I think Billy Ho kind of ripped back at a couple, as you can imagine.
Yeah.
And so, I think that's a good point. It isn't just 16. It's all over the property. I think 16 is the, hey, why are, 2 ASU guys, frat guys fighting in the stands, and why'd this woman just fall off the rafter? And so.
Yeah, why'd these two just come out of the porta potty together?
Doesn't just happen in NFL games.
828.
PGA Tour making communities better around the world.
It seems like this is a golf course where dudes show up there. In other words, they play good. It's a horses for courses type place.
I think you either love it or you hate the atmosphere, right?
Yeah,
and the time of the tournament overall too.
Yeah, you get big names that show up on the leaderboard here, I would say.
Yeah, I would say so. And I think you've got 8 of the top 20 in the OWGR for a.
That's awesome. Yeah, for a regular
event.
Yeah. Right.
Scotty's played well here.
How about Scotty, the gambler in you? Scotty tipping off at 3-1 this week. Can you even touch that? I mean, he looked really good last week for his first week back.
I agree. He's you never bet against that guy. It's just he is incredible. But I think it's very interesting, our sport right now, especially we haven't seen Xander in a while. Been ill. Colin had the WD. Scotty had the hand injury. I mean, different caliber player, but Willie Z ejected from San Diego with the back.
Yeah.
We need these guys back and healthy and playing a lot. I'm very curious looking at some other events. There's so much money out there in the FedEx Cup. I mean, whatever you want to say, there's so much on the line. These guys are going to have to start adding some additional events. You might see Xander play in places that you haven't seen him play.
To qualify to get to the next step.
A little bit of catch up,
Yeah.
So.
Did I forgot what I was going to say. Losing my mind.
Oh, you are. Wow.
I had something there, and then I got distracted. I asked you a follow-up question, and it went bye-bye. Was there any discussions based off on our discussions last week what to do about the TGL? Did anyone take up where they listened? I know they listened.
Last week was a home run for them.
Last week was their home run. They're back again tonight. And, I think
I'm talking about the cross promotion. I'm amazed I don't see more cross promotion. I'm not. It's just not being.
I think it's
promoted enough. I don't feel like
by the tour or by TGL. I think there's
their combo, the partners.
So we own like 20% of it, right? So you're not really watching golf out. I mean, ESPN Plus, you're watching golf, but you're not, on the weekend sitting at a bar and it's on the TV for the most part.
Here's where I think this is. I guess when I say it, this is the one thing I'm imagining. Hello, friend. You know what? During the weekend's PGA Tour event, 6 or 8 times, as you had the breaker come out, mention that the graphic Tiger and Faces Scotty tomorrow in TGL. It seems like because that's where your golf audience is on your weekend network coverage.
I do think there's probably a little bit of sensitivity around, hey, our title sponsor's paying whatever, $20 million this week.
That's fair.
And we're going to have tournaments where so-and-so's not playing because they were in West Palm on Tuesday night and the title's pissed.
I got you.
But tonight we're back. The Chris Reimer show is back. We got Boston.
Who's sitting out for Boston?
Boy, you're acting like I know all the lineups already. I can tell you who's playing is Rory, Adam Scott, and Keegan.
Okay.
Who's out then? LA, we've got Tommy Fleetwood, Morikawa, and Justin Rose.
Ooh, that's going to be a good matchup.
Look at the boys are talking about a good matchup tonight.
What do you think of it?
I'm okay.
Do you hit into a simulator at all? Do you do any work on a simulator? No, you don't have like at your house.
I don't have one. No.
Would you prefer to go on the range?
Yeah.
Yeah. He looks at me like I'm crazy.
You'd rather find it in the dirt. Right?
Sure.
Yeah.
We were talking a little yesterday. I don't know if you can tell, but like last week with Keegan Bradley, he wears his emotions on his sleeve, and there was multiple shots where you could tell he hit it exactly how he wanted to, and that thing would land, whether it was 15 short or 15 long, and he's sitting there biting his tongue like, oh, I can't believe I got to wear this on my face right now. Yeah, that's the only thing that's holding me back a little bit. Other than that, I thought last week was awesome. It's got a little bit of mini golf vibe to it, which I kind of like. Look, this is entertainment. This is 2 hours of entertainment. This isn't. It is going to be different. They're still working through some kinks, but I'm in right now.
Yeah, I like it. I like it for a quarter of the season.
It's interesting
if it
that
was
a guy,
the whole year, I would probably be this is overload.
I'm interested. It's interesting to me that a guy actually played on tour, and it's not about the junkie or the.
I mean, bro won on tour.
He
didn't just play.
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, that's a little different, perspective than us, or even a guy who plays a lot of golf and watches. Because too many of my old crusty boomer buddies are. I can't watch this.
You know what else I found myself tuning into last week? Kevin Kisner was so bad the first week. Yeah. I was entertained. Like. First of all, I'm sitting there thinking, how can this team win?
Right.
This is a lock on the other side.
Yep.
Wrong. But I've also found myself like Kevin. He has potential to embarrass himself every shot up there. I mean, that's a real thing for him right now.
Oh, for sure. It's interesting because they locked these teams up 2 years ago. Mm-hmm. Lucas Glover wins.
Kind of decent.
Lucas wins like Wyndham and Memphis, and he's like one of the hot players in the world. And gets out I don't know if Lucas, with all due respect, is on a team if we're starting these up fresh right now.
Every time Lucas Glover,
he's pretty good.
No, he's pretty good, but I mean, like for the entertainment value, he's not charismatic.
Yeah. Well, what about Cam Young?
Yeah, fair.
Every time Lucas Glover misses a putt, I flinch.
Yeah,
that's all I can say.
Really?
Yeah. Every time he misses a putt.
He's
gonna take a beating for it. That's why.
Yeah,
it's documented.
I got it.
But Kiz kind of fell off quickly. I mean, he was on the 22 Presidents Cup team, and it's just gone.
Some age there, probably, right?
Well, it's also I see a little bit of a correlation with attention and performance. Mm-hmm. Look at Max Homa. To me, like he was
doing great until he wasn't.
Switches companies, does all these commercials.
Playing golf swing out there, man.
Yeah, you can't play golf swing out there. Oh, it's just there's you're not going to get results playing.
I want to give a shout out to former Georgia Tech golfer.
Oh, who we got? Matt Kuchar on the line.
This dude. Didn't see this? You didn't see who won?
I work out with Peter Kuchar.
Yeah, do you? So, Good. That's not
If you say
exciting.
Cam Tringali, I'm walking out the door.
Oh, no, I did see
Yes.
one. Yes, I like this
Right?
kid.
How's
I
that
like him a lot.
possible? Where's he been for 12 years?
He's been injured.
Ollie
yeah.
Schneider's
Yes.
No hat Schneider.
Yeah, he beat.
Yes.
And by the way, I'm pretty sure like DeChambeau and maybe Kepka.
It was
were
one of those
is-
international
like the
series
Asian,
ones.
yeah.
But, he almost won the Q School thing over there.
Yeah.
I think
he's
Ollie
been
Schneider
battling injuries, but we had the same coach.
Is he about your age?
No, he's young, a little
younger?
He's probably like 10 years younger.
Okay, that much.
But we had the same coach. He's a freak of a talent, man. He really is. He's just had like some back issues.
I
neck
think
issues.
he was either an NCAA champ or a U.S. amateur champ or something. He was
number
something.
one in the world, right? I mean, he was a world
as an amateur.
Oh,
yeah,
I just remember
phenomenal.
my
He had
dad.
a younger brother too, I think, played at Tech.
Yeah, my dad loves the Georgia Tech golfers.
Really?
Yeah, he
That's
went to
awesome.
Georgia Tech, so he knows if they're from.
nice.
They're an interesting breed.
All right, let's pick for this week. We have. I don't know if we
They
have.
are.
I don't. Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, you go through their
Yeah,
roster.
you're right. Yeah, from Duval to Cooch
Yeah,
to
this is
yeah.
yep.
Short sake will have a beer with
Checks out. Checks out. It's like the recruiting visit. They know right away if that guy's going there or not.
Carlton Forster.
It's that engineer gene, man. It's
Chesson
that
Hadley.
engineer gene. There's a bunch. Is he too? Hadley also Tech?
Dude, there's tons of them.
Ashley Hadley, you know that?
Yeah.
Movie
Oh,
makes
my God.
flicking his finger. What are you doing? All right. Do we have an issue or do we not? Dan Hicken, who's normally a part of Brunch with the Tour, sent this text message to E.
Oh.
Can you just take whoever's next on the odds board?
Oh, wow.
I mean, what? That's just
That is some LD energy.
That's
from,
just, yes.
He's also coming off a dub, right? He had one.
Yeah, it's just. I
Is
mean,
that his second win?
Wow.
I know.
I
It's
mean,
his
does he
first.
even want to be a part of this?
I mean, what? I mean, yeah. I mean, whatever. So
Mailing
anyway,
it in.
I guess are we doing that? That's fine. Does
Yeah.
anyone have any objection to that? I don't know.
He goes on vacation to
But I want
Palatka, all of a
somebody
sudden
to
doesn't want to work.
I want to know what the odds are, though, because we're 1,000% going to jimmy it as best we can to screw him.
Oh, for sure.
And hopefully there's a guy on the odds who's just already about to DQ or, not DQ, but,
WD.
WD.
Yeah.
I can DQ him. So that means that, E, give us the latest standings, buddy.
All right. Well, last week, Dan Hicken, he took, who did he say? He took Rory and Cantlay, and he got a total of about 40. Well, his grand total right now is about 4.7 million after taking Rory and Cantlay.
Yeah, it's a long way to go.
In second place last week is the Tour. He took Morikawa and Aberg.
That was second.
Well, your total score.
Tough scene.
So you're at you're about 740 grand. Third place is the boy Jeff Prosser, who overtook me. Jeff, he took Scotty and Wyndham Clark. He's at 610 grand. And then your boy, I'm holding up that caboose. I took JT and Hideki Matsuyama. I'm at $582,000.
All right, he has first pick.
Scott T.
Yeah, I'll go Matsuyama.
Oh, wow. Oh, we're up against a break here. Got some speed going.
You literally have no dog in the fight. Just say a name.
You know what, man? I haven't seen Sepp Straka hit a bad golf shot in a while.
That's
Give him to
fair.
me. Give
Yeah,
him to me.
Straka. All right, Dan, what's the high? Justin Thomas.
Yeah, JT.
And who's next?
Sung JM.
Okay, there you go. JT and Sanjay M. They both missed the cut. It's you again, Stewie.
Hideki?
Already took Hideki.
Oh, you took it?
Hideki Matsuyama.
I am still sick.
Yeah, Hideki
Sorry.
Matsuyama. I took him, yeah.
Oh, you're whispering Sam Burns, aren't you?
Yeah.
Sam Burns eats
swore off
worms.
Sam Burns.
I know who
We'll
I'm
take it.
taking.
I know.
I know who I'm taking. I mean, I'm just.
We'll go Burns. It's official.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I'm going to take the dude who was first, second the year before, and he's got a decent game. Was okay last week, and I'm taking Nick Taylor.
Oh,
yeah,
the great Canuck.
That doesn't fit.
I like that.
I got the gambling guru over here. He's got
I
all
like
these
that.
analytic stats.
Yeah, I like that.
That's a good one.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I mean,
We'll see.
Speaking of gambling,
Look
we got the.
Look at
we
me.
got
What do you
the,
mean? I mean, you're disappointed. I did the research. Huh? You're upset. I picked those picks.
I mean, dang. Me and Maddie and I, we were talking a little bit before the break. He had told me something. I forgot his name.
Tell him, Matt.
Stewart already took it.
Oh, Stewie took him.
Burns.
Well, who was the week?
Take Horschel. He's playing good.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, take Billy Ho.
Billy Ho, come on, at your boy.
Yeah, that's a good local guy. Go with that.
Speaking of gambling, we are starting the.
That's what I mean.
The gambling stream this week on.
That's right.
On ESPN.
That's right.
Yeah, PGA Tour Live.
Heard your name in a couple meetings last week.
How about that?
I was like, is he getting fined again? What happened? So, no, this is all positive. It's great.
Now, hold on. You mean we're writing him a check? Are we sure?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Stewie, appreciate you, my man. We'll see you next
Thanks,
week.
gents.
That's Brunch for the Tour. Back with more next on a Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Jaguars beat reporter Hayes Carline.
Oh, well, he's very popular.
Weekday afternoons on The Frangie Show
They all adore him. They think he's a righteous dude.
on 1010XL.
You sounded like Dirty Harry just then.
92.5 FM.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Your new roof from Universal Roof and Contracting can help save a life. Percentage of every new roof this month will go to St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. St. Jude's is leading the way. The world understands, treats, and defeats childhood cancer and other life-threatening diseases. Call 855-ROOF-HELP or visit universalroof.com to schedule your free roof inspection. This promotion ends February 28th. Universal Roof and Contracting, protecting your home, building your trust. License number CCC 057165, CBC 1258484.
Best Bet is number one. That's right, Best Bet Jacksonville, Orange Park, and St. Augustine have one-card poker, the fastest and easiest card game to learn and play. Play one card at a time, and the highest card wins even money. If the card values are the same, it's time for war, just like the game you remember. You must be 18 years or older to play. Learn all the games at bestbetjacks.com. That's bestbetjacks.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, boaters and landlubbers, friends, four-legged and two, this is Lisa the Botanista with a huge announcement. Freedom Boat Club is opening a brand new 4th location. That's right, Freedom Boat Club St. Augustine Shipyard is now open. Now members can enjoy unlimited access at Julington Creek, Jacksonville Beach, St. Augustine Comanche Cove, and St. Augustine Shipyard. Freedom Boat Club members also enjoy reciprocal access to over 400 locations across the world. There's never been a better time to join. We are offering our biggest discount ever to celebrate our brand new location. We own and maintain an entire fleet of boats. Join the club, and as often as you like, you can do water sports, inshore fishing, offshore fishing, sandbar hopping, dining on the water, or just cruising around town. Visit us at the St. Augustine Shipyard or stop by any of our locations to see what the Boatcierge experience is all about. Visit us at freedomboatclub.com.
Hey, imagine having a doctor available to you any day, any time. That's my doctor, Rick Townsend. Why? Well, I've been going to Doc T for a long time. But he told me, he said, Dan, I'm going into concierge medicine. I said, what is concierge medicine? Doc said, well, look, you're not feeling well, you need an appointment, come see me, right? You don't have to make an appointment for 2 weeks later. You got a medical emergency, here's my number 24/7. I'll call right back or get right back to you. It's like being a member of an exclusive golf club, but the cost will surprise you. Doc T, I've stayed with him because he's the best doctor I know. Navy trained, graduated from Wake Forest. So whether it's yearly physicals, office or virtual visits, cancer screenings, referrals to specialists, hospital follow-ups, Doc T's got you covered. And you have questions about this, go to mypvconcierge.com. That's concierge medicine. All your answers at mypvconcierge.com.
Man, jack of all trades, masters of none? It just feels like at every turn nowadays, every company can do all work. Not us. Hi, Stevie Beachurst here, second-generation plumber right here in Jacksonville, Florida. We are your master plumbing company that only focuses on all your plumbing needs. So for your next plumbing job, don't call another Jack. Call Beachurst Plumbing, where plumbing is what we do and plumbing is what we're great at. Beachurst Plumbing, here to help.
Our slogan, Know Before You Blow, applies to more than just DUI cases. Hi, I'm attorney Lee Lockett of Lockett Law. Battery charges can result in jail time and criminal convictions too, so know before you blow a gasket and hit a loved one or a stranger. Drug crimes like possession of marijuana and cocaine will land you in cuffs too, so know before you blow. In a boating under the influence case, you also have the option to blow or not to blow. So know your options. Know before you blow. Go to knowbeforeyoublow.com now. Offices Jacksonville.
Spend lunchtime with the ladies.
Hey, where's your sense of adventure?
They don't cook, but they serve up spicy sports talk.
Sure, it's on the menu.
Helmets and heels.
That is a meal.
Switched on by First Coast Lighting and Bands. on 1010XL.
So one of life's most important decisions. If you're 18 years or older, you just got married, you just got divorced, you have children, you likely want to take care of your family. Of course you do. Hicken here from Matt Hinson in the Hinson Law Firm. I'm not the attorney yet. But have you done your last will? It's not the most comfortable thing. It's not the most fun thing to do. Something you need to do besides getting your assets to the people that you want them to go to. Planning helps minimize income, gift, and estate taxes as well. Matt Hinson will listen to help you with some tough decisions. He'll provide you the info needed so you are at ease with your choice. The Hinson Law Firm. You have questions? Maddie's got answers. 904-527-1700. 527-1700. Office in Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
When it's time for new tires, you can count on Big Chief Tire for quality and value. Frank Franchi here. Their expert team will help you quickly find the right fit, ensuring a safe, comfortable ride. With quality options, fair prices, and quick installation, you'll be back on the road in no time. Visit WeKeepJacksRollin.com or call 904-932-0950 today to schedule your appointment and roll into 2025 with great confidence. Big Chief Tire keeps Jack rolling.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
Yo, ET here for Twin Peaks, which happens to be the best in the game, by the way. Your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees, and rare barrel-aged whiskeys are served just the way you want them. It's bigger game days and bolder fight nights, too. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes through in the clutch every day from lunch to late at night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar. Twin Peaks Scratch Kitchen scores every time. Dig into hand-smashed burgers, chef-inspired flatbreads, and more at your local lodge. Come on, somebody.
Hey, Mom, I've been meaning to talk to you about some new COVID information I saw online.
Uh-huh.
I read that black folks like us with certain conditions like diabetes, heart disease, mental health conditions, or being 50 and older, like you, are at high risk.
Boy, you sound like a commercial.
I'm just saying. I know you love your ginger teas and essential oils, but remember, there are treatment options for COVID-19.
I promise if I get sick again, I'll call my doctor to ask about my options.
Visit WeTalkWeRise.com to learn more. Brought to you by Pfizer.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, we are back. It's a Cat and Truck Accessories Tuesday. Matt Every in studio with us. Appreciate him. We're going to visit with Sharks head coach Jason Gibson coming up in the 9 o'clock hour. Meanwhile, the Jags, I guess job one now becomes the GM search. Feels like Tony's a part of that, right? I mean, why else are you there if at least not helping sort through those names? I found it interesting in our conversation with him to really get down to cases on his position there as the executive vice president. You know, the voice of the franchise is going to be the coach. And listen, and what that means, look, to a degree, Peterson was, right? It wasn't like Balky was running in front of the mic. But like the official word of everything is going to come from the coach. This is great in theory. I don't know how it plays out in real life. We're all going to work together. Do you know how many times I've covered these teams and they're all going to work together? They never work together.
Yeah.
You end up disagreeing. You end up at some point each with an equal love with a different vision, and inevitably it goes in that direction. It just does everywhere, even the successful ones. And so it's kind of naive to think that we're all going to be on the same page and it'll be our decision. Yeah, it'll be your decision till he likes him, you like him, and he likes the other guy. And I would imagine that Tony will probably. It feels like he is kind of the, kind of like the principal, right? It just like they need that third perspective in there who can keep the GM and coach from at each other. Like that's what happened with. Don't kid yourself. And part of it's the personality of Balky in particular. But those guys didn't like each other. How are you going to have a good winning franchise if your guys, and look, I don't say you have to love each other. You can't dislike each other. You can't not trust each other. And those things are, I think, are going to fall under Tony's watch. It's going to fall, before, who knows what Shad's being told. Our complaint always, well, who is Shad listening to? Now that can be Tony.
Mm-hmm.
And which is not that far off from listening to good informed fans or other league type sources. So there is all that. Now, look, there's also this reality. A fresh start is one thing.
Yeah.
But green as green can be, you have Tony Boselli into an executive vice presidency role, having never served in an NFL front office. You've got Liam Cohen, who is the head coach of the team, having never been a head coach in the National Football League. He has hired a defensive coordinator who's never been a defensive coordinator. You very well are now going to look for a GM who, guess what, gang, has never been a GM at the NFL level. What say you, Tone?
We're in a production business. We got to go prove it. I mean, it's great. I'm excited for this job, and I'm glad everyone's excited that I'm in this role. That's outstanding. Let me tell you what, starting today, that excitement is going to be in the back of my mind, because just like Liam's got to go prove that he's going to be a great head coach, which I believe he is, but it's about production. It's about results. And now the process is critical. We're going to focus on the process, but at the end of the day, we're all judged by wins and losses and kind of how we execute the process and how we do our job. And so I got to go prove to Shad Khan, because he's trusted me with this role, and I got to go prove I can do it. And I got to go prove that I can do my job at the highest level. Liam feels the same way, and we're going to find a GM to do the same thing. Now,
I don't want to make too much of this. Maddie's right about it. I don't have to worry about corporate speak. We work in a small shop here, and I speak on the air every day. I'm pretty adept at bite my tongue when I need to, not saying the wrong thing. I've never interviewed somebody and talking about the potential for the next hire here, or in our case, in football, where it's talked about going and find the best man or woman for the job. That was added with emphasis a couple times. Which makes me, again, I don't want to make too much of it.
He's either tipping us or there's some PR training going on there.
I guess. I don't know that that's necessary PR to intentionally throw or woman
I don't know
on what is, typically thought of the other way. So,
who knows?
I don't know, just something interesting. And we have seen women in executive roles in sports. We did in with the Marlins.
Mm-hmm.
Kim Eng, I think her name was, and there have been others. Listen, something like a GM. Look, if you know your stuff, you know your stuff, right? I mean, not a lot of us, or many of us, that played pro football.
You can sign me up right now for
You'll take
a
it?
female GM.
Yeah,
Are you kidding me?
yeah. I mean, either way. Yeah, either way. But I take that he specifically voiced it that way to at least entertain the possibility. No,
Yeah,
I mean twice, right?
Twice.
Double back twice with male or female, right? Man or woman, which makes it certainly seem like that could be at least in the discussion points. Meanwhile, when it comes to finding a GM, sight unseen, man. You asked me, how do you identify, how do you evaluate these GMs? I don't know how you can, other than just look what they've done or look what their organizations have done while they've been there. But this is a slippery slope. This is why every assistant from great coaches aren't great coaches themselves. You're hiring most people off of someone else's resume in sports.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you're the player who's getting the free agent deal or the trade. But when it comes to coaching or GMs, you're basically, look, if you hire a Bucs assistant GM, you're hiring him off the Bucs GM's resume, and hopefully you can trust what you're being told, the input and influence exerted by the person you're going to hire. But listen, it's a breath of fresh air from the standpoint of it's like one of your own in there. And Tony said it. I'm glad people are excited. That's outstanding. But, after today, it doesn't mean anything. It's about the business of going and getting work. And I would create one certain role for Tony Boselli.
What's that?
I would put him in I could call it the principal's office. I don't know. We're going to have a pest of the day every day in the organization. One of the players who just won't get his stuff together, we're going to send him down to Tony's office, and he is going to yell at him because he's an awesome yeller.
Is he? We need that.
Yeah, when Tony loses,
I don't think there was a lot of yelling going on in our locker room last year.
He's a big, huge man, and it can just every day somebody's going to do something they shouldn't have. And we're going to send that person down to Tony's office where it's like the opposite.
He is the principal.
Yeah, he's like the opposite of these, emotions rooms that you need to college kids to, these days.
The Mavericks needed one the other night.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
They needed a feelings room, how to process a trade of a basketball player.
Their franchise.
I don't know what to tell you. Let's talk Sharks football when we return. Jason Gibson, head coach, in studio with us, knows all about that player procurement and movement. We'll got to get a heads up, peek ahead, early bird look at the upcoming Indoor Football League schedule. All that and more in the 9:00 hour. It is Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday on The Drill.
So many golf courses, so much sunshine.
Blue skies, fresh cut grass, birds chirping.
1010XL. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Upgrade your home with the winning combination of style and performance from Renewal by Andersen. Energy efficient, custom-built replacement windows and doors. For a limited time, buy 4 windows or patio doors and get the 5th free. Plus, 0 down, no payments, and no interest for 18 months. This offer expires February 28th. Renewal by Andersen, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Love is in the air this February, but nothing kills the mood like a plumbing or HVAC problem. Whether it's a leaky pipe, a backed up septic tank, or your heater isn't keeping things cozy, don't worry. We've got you covered. Call Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. Our expert team is here to keep your home running smooth, no matter the issue. When you're stuck, call the Duck, 904-862-6769, or online at duckduckrooter.com.
Hey, Hicken here for Bowden 9 Associates, where you'll find Jacksonville's most esteemed eye doctors at each of their locations. After being selected for one of the most competitive ophthalmology fellowships in the world, Dr. Frank Bowden, currently called upon for his expert opinion, one of the few cornea and external disease specialists in the area. He's the founder of Bowden Eye. Visit Bowden 9 Associates today and experience the difference. They're keeping the first coast focused. That's Bowden Eye Associates.
Take your taste buds to One Night Taco Stand for Taco Tuesday. Get $2.99 tacos and $6.99 specialty drinks. The 1010XL restaurant of the day is One Night Taco Stand, Mandarin, Orange Park, and Southside at Bay Meadows.
What could you do with an extra $75,000 right now, or even a couple $100,000? If you own a home, you can get that money in less than a week with Loan Pronto. Hey, Prosser here. Loan Pronto is the leader in quickly converting your home equity into cold hard cash, so you can pay off all your credit cards or start that home remodel. Loan Pronto has several easy options to let you access the cash from your home. There's virtually no paperwork, no cumbersome process, no junk fees, often no appraisals. Listen, the average homeowner now has over $300,000 in equity. That's your money. Use it. One client got $150,000 out and paid off all their credit cards, 2 car loans, and a personal loan, cutting their monthly expenses by $1,500. You can get approved in as little as 1 day, so act now with no hard credit pull up front. LoanPronto.com or 904-999-1508. Get the money you need for anything at 904-999-1508 or just go to LoanPronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, subject to lender approval, NMLSConsumerAccess.org.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too, from Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, roll and lock bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality products and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes. Big game this Sunday, which means parties, libations, and food. The exact scenario Awaken 180 was built for. Why? Because you eat to lose weight. Do it once, enjoy the process, then receive free support for life. Awaken180weightloss.com.
Hammond, Valentine's Day is coming up. Got any romantic plans?
Dad, I'm married to Clean Air. My plan is to help Jacksonville families breathe easier.
You're helpless, but Clean Air does sound nice. Can duct cleaning really help?
Absolutely. Dust, allergens, even odors can build up in your ducts. Cleaning them now makes your air fresher and healthier for your family. The EPA says better indoor air quality can reduce health risk.
So cleaning ducts are like Valentine's Day gift for the house.
Exactly. Forget chocolates. Fresh air lasts longer and doesn't melt. Plus, we've got a February special, $100 off your total.
All right, sign me up. Maybe fresh air will make Mom fall in love with me again all over.
You'll have to take her to dinner for that, but cleaner air will definitely help.
Fair enough. Jacksonville, if you're ready to show your home some love, Google Zero Res and read over 7,000 five-star reviews. Zero Res.
Spelled Florida backwards, it's the right way to clean.
CEROREC. Zero Res.
I'm Tori Edwards with your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update on 1010XL. Hall of Fame left tackle Tony Boselli was hired yesterday to be the Jags' executive VP of football operations. Here's Boselli on his excitement for the role.
I will be over responsible for the operations, so all the departments and staff that are responsible for supporting both of those groups, the head coach and the GM.
The 6th-ranked Florida men's basketball team fell one spot in the AP poll after a brutal blowout by Tennessee. The Gators look to bounce back into the win column tonight against Vanderbilt. Keep an eye on Walter Clayton Jr., who is just 2 points from joining Florida's 1,000-point club. Catch play-by-play at 7 on 92.5 FM. I'm Tori Edwards with your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update on 1010XL, brought to you by Bueller Air. It's 62 degrees at 9 o'clock. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Never gets old. It's just the best. It's an awesome nickname. If you had to be a team in Jacksonville, the Jacksonville Sharks is a great name to be. This music, it never gets old. I look back. Jason Gibson, the Sharks head coach, in studio with us. There's lots of ways to look back on last year. I really attribute it to one thing. You had one guy who just refused to answer the bell really all year long. And he's sitting in the producer's studio in there. It's like a year. Less than months after we did a big presentation. We got him a championship ring, remember? Yeah. And where was he when the season came, when push came to shove? Where was he?
That boy catches strays. What? Dang.
Yeah, he was torn Achilles.
Welcome back, E.T. Jeez.
Now, listen, you changed leagues, and we learned last year that all indoor football isn't alike.
No.
Even a guy who has been a part of it for so long. And so to nuts and bolts, it took you about half a year to really believe in one of the major differences. And so I'll let you take it from there in how to
I don't want
attack.
Just personnel. And to be honest with you, I'm really kind of over using the excuses anymore.
I hear you.
I know, but
I'll talk about
it again. But just personnel. From position to position, based upon how the league's played. I just had this conversation with a friend of mine, with Matt Henson. Good friend of mine here from 1010, but talking about the running back position itself, I thought we needed a 6'3", 240-pound running back like we used to do in AFL, and everybody else had these 5'8" little scat guys. And I'm like, what are you using him for? He's going to get killed by the linebacker. But the way it turned out to be, the league's leading rusher is 5'8", 185, and he's a monster. He's led the league in rushing 2 years in a row. So you figure out, like, whoa, maybe I did need that. And as the season progressed, you just slowly made personnel changes.
They run the ball more in your league.
God, yeah.
Which that's not a part of the old AFL that we're used to.
I mean, in AFL, if there's 4 minutes left in the game, you could probably get 3 possessions each, maybe 2 possessions each. That's a lot. That's a lot of possessions in 4 minutes. You can, score. In the IFL, there's 4 minutes left in the game. I can do outdoor 4-minute offense.
Yeah,
they're not going to see the ball again.
I'm curious. You coached, it's in some ways a different game. Are you enjoying it? Is it not enjoying? That's the wrong word. When you coach a certain style of indoor football and then you come, it's almost like you took an outdoor job. I guess is my point.
That's what you did.
Yeah.
You went from that,
are you cool with that? I guess I'm saying
it's kind of weird because it's. You've been in arena so long. I mean, God, I've been doing arena since '96, man.
Yeah, I hear you.
96. That really sounds a long time ago.
No, trust me. I'm right there with you.
Yeah, and so when you know those like the back of your hand, and all of a sudden it's almost like you get into the rules, and it's still football. Don't get me wrong. You block and you tackle, and you manage men.
Mm-hmm.
Good coaches manage people. They manage the situation. But there were some things that just took a little time to figure out, and we did, and it's made the offseason a whole lot easier.
Give me some of the differences in the league, if there are any. Do we have franchises, conference designations, travel plans, schedule, or you're just right now all about getting your best potential lineup together and play what's in front of you?
I mean, I know the schedule. I mean, our conference is hard. I mean, you talk
because I remember that being a theme last year, right? Your first 5 games were against like the 5 best teams in the league.
They were. And when you look back on it, our first 6 games, 5 of the teams were in the conference championships or whatever. So they laid it on us pretty thick. But that's what's good about the league. Again, we're going to Tucson this year, so we got to go to Arizona. In our conference, you look at Green Bay, you look at Massachusetts, you look at Quad City, Iowa Barnstormers. Tulsa is going to be really good this year.
I like the continuity. It speaks to a healthier situation,
league,
right?
Man.
The other league, you go year to year, they're in, they're out, they're in. We got 3 teams now, they're quitting middle. This seems a lot more.
It was really good because all the coaches stayed. All the owners stayed, for the most part.
There's a legitimacy with that. There is.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of turnover. It builds continuity, builds rivalries. And, I look at Tulsa, and all of a sudden they picked up the quarterback from Frisco, T.J. Edwards, who was a 2-time MVP. And then Arizona picks up Drew Powell, who's an 8-time, these guys are really good players. So the quarterback shuffle in the league, every league, no matter what you play, even if it's flag football, is quarterback driven.
You found a quarterback at the end of the year. I think that helped your success. And so where are you at on the position? And tell folks about him. I think you've told me he'll be back.
Yeah, Caleb's back. He'll be here in 2 weeks. He's moving his family here. So, which is good for us. And he's just, he's an Alabama kid, went to Troy, and he's a hard nosed. And he came in and just the whole vibe of the team changed. And you got to have that. Coaches can't do it all.
Right.
Players got to lead too.
Yeah.
And you can translate that to college, NFL. I mean, so he's just that guy that's going to work his butt off. He's not a prima donna. He has high expectations. He has high opinions, but from a football standpoint, and I can work with that. And so he's competitive. And the good thing about him is when he walks on the field at this level in our world, and he's already won an IFL championship. So when he walks on the field, we have the best player on the field as far as quarterback, and no other team's going to have that guy. So that doesn't give me any excuses.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jason Gibson's been coaching him. Well, he just told us since 1996, and last year, 2024, the first losing season you've ever had. I'm curious.
Do I look thinner because I lost a lot of weight?
It's fascinating, and I just wonder what perspective you take from that, from tasting that for the first time.
I tell you what it does. When you're in any profession, we were talking off air, but you're in any profession for that long and you've had success,
nothing but success.
Sometimes you don't do anything outside your comfort zone, or you can get stale. Now, I'm not saying we got stale, but I still need to learn too. And I spend a lot of the off season doing a lot of reflection, a lot of reading, studying, calling people, getting ideas, and then not necessarily ditching what I know. I know what I know works, but just taking those ideas and getting that revived energy of, okay, I can't wait, and this is what we need. And the preparation, when I look back from last year to this year, I never want to call myself out, but when you look in the mirror and you came off the championship in 2023, you kind of hire the same players. You think you're just going to roll through.
New league. Oh well, they'll find out. We'll show them.
And it didn't go that way. Well, and we figured it out at the end. So I feel positive going in. We've got the offensive line, which is key, and then you got the quarterback, and everything else falls in place.
Now you have one of the best fan bases in the country. For minor league sports overall. Did you find that translated in this new league as well? It's a different animal
100%,
coming to this one.
Because this was cool. I had 2 guys on my board. Like, our free agency start. Our league does a really cool thing. The free agency starts, if you don't re-sign a guy by the 15th or October 1, they become restricted free agents, meaning they're still on your roster, but other teams can then sign them. And if you sign other teams' players, you have to pay that team a fee.
Okay.
So, but I had 2 guys on my board from the get-go. I mean, I'm talking probably in June. I said, okay, I got to get this Edward Vander running back out of Quad City. I thought he was spectacular. And there was a D lineman named Noah Lyles who led the league in tackles for losses at DN out of Notre Dame, and they were on my board. So when I was able to get those guys, I went right after them immediately, just making sure that we had the right players. But from a league standpoint, it's kind of fun to be able to
you can sell your atmosphere.
But sell the home atmosphere. That's what I was getting to.
Yeah.
When I called those guys, a lot of these teams in this league have never played in Jacksonville before. Whole different level. Because IFL players, it was weird. Arena players never really transitioned to IFL players, and IFL players never transitioned. So the leagues kind of maintained separate.
Huh.
So when players from Tulsa came in here to play, players from Quad City, they'd never been to
Had those kind of atmospheres.
They'd never been to Jacksonville.
Yeah.
So when they came in, and the point of the story is when I called Vander up and Noah, they were like, Coach, I want to play in that atmosphere. And it wasn't just about me and the team. They wanted to be in Jacksonville in that fan base. They were like, Coach, I was blown away. And that has translated to a lot of guys calling me wanting to play here.
Yeah. Obviously, well, I would say obviously. I would assume that you feel a lot more comfortable going into the season, and
Absolutely.
with that, we're going to come expectations that you had last year, but this year become more realistic because you've had this year of learning experience, a better team, and a better roster, and I'm sure you are optimistic.
Very optimistic. Also, I want to work I want to work even harder just because that's what the Sharks, when I tell the players, obviously players ask about last season, and I tell them, 8-8's not what Jacksonville's about.
Yeah. And good for you for 8-8, by the way. I don't mean to put a losing season on you. I guess a non-winning season.
Yeah, I mean, but I'm just saying, I think we were 5-11 last year, but again, we rolled off the ones at the end, but still an average season in Jacksonville for any of the Jacksonville sports is not acceptable.
I hear you. I want to tickets.
Yeah.
Are we ready? Are we on season ticket patrol yet? People can get them. I want to make sure that we keep this designation that we have and make the Sharks indoor arena rock this summer. It means so much for the team and their success, and it's fun, and it's so different than the other cities. Be proud of yourself, Sharks fans. I mean, you're Hall of Fame fans.
People across the country in our business, in our world and fan base, they know about Jacksonville fan base.
That's great.
That's the thing about it. And this offseason, being able to be in the office again and watching the enthusiasm in our sales office and our group office and the nights, the theme nights they're doing, which is great, but the giveaways, the tickets, the halftime shows, I mean, they are actually pulling out all the stops to do some things that if you're going to watch really good football, but you're going to be entertained from the second you walk in that door. And that's what you're looking for. And I got to read this real quick because if I don't, I'm going to get in trouble. I know they got the season tickets are on sale now. You can get 2 lower-level bowl tickets, all 8 games at $290.
Think about that.
$290 for a great seat. It's our 15th year anniversary.
Yeah.
That's a really big deal, especially in this business.
Sure.
To be rocking and rolling. And I'm not supposed to say this because we don't want to get jinxed, but the Sharks have won the championship in 2011, 2015, 2019, 2023. Those are all odd years.
That's right.
2025.
Well, let's go.
So that's what they're hammering me in the
Maybe
office.
we should. Maybe the slogan this year should say "Be odd." Coach, appreciate you. Thanks for stopping by. Anything?
Make sure 904-621-0700 tickets are on sale.
When's the season start? When do you get?
We start training camp March 3rd.
Okay, that's my birthday. Good luck.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We start
Okay.
March 3rd, players report, and then first game is April 6th.
I'll be here before you know it.
Got to get a shout out. This is the last month I get of free time, so shout out to my wife and my family always.
All right, awesome. Well, good for you. Good seeing you. Glad to have a good
You
off
too,
season,
man. Love listening to you guys. Enjoy it.
Well, I appreciate that. It's nice of you to say. We look forward to the season coming up with your Jacksonville Sharks. That's head coach Jason Gibson. All right, we are back with more next. It's Callan Truck Accessories Tuesday. We'll see what's trending or do something of the like. We've got football news continuing to percolate. Super Bowl coming up this weekend. All that and more next on 1010XL.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Coherent thought.
Gallop.
Yeah.
That's just me not being able to speak. Is that okay?
The more you listen, the smarter you get.
Makes you wonder, doesn't it?
1010XL, 92.5 FM.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Hey, certainly facing interesting economic times. For me, it's comforting to know my money's in good hands with ITP Partners. Jacksonville guys taking care of my Jacksonville money. Why? Experience, expertise, knowledge. That's Reed Wingate. That's Janice Cobb. That's Scott Regner. That's Dan Abel. That's Reagan Wright, Jeff Hartman, Chris Bryan. Those are the ITP Partners, man. You know what they do? They sit down with you individually, listen to you, and then they give you tell them what you want. They give you your strategy to get your goals met. And it's really easy to get in the game with ITB Partners. They're always there to help. For more info, simple. Chris at ITBPartners.com. Chris at ITBPartners.com or call 312-9751. 312-9751. They're ITB Partners, gang. And they're my financial partners for life. Non-compensated client testimonial may not be representative of all client experiences. No guarantee of future performance or success.
Have you got concrete or asphalt rubble piling up? Arcosa Crushed Concrete will pay you for it and recycle it. They're just minutes from Everbank Stadium on Talleyrand. Call Arcosa Crushed Concrete and get paid for what you don't need. ArcosaCrushedConcrete.com.
Man, jack of all trades, masters of none? It just feels like at every turn nowadays, every company can do all work. Not us. Hi, Stevie Beachurst here, second generation plumber right here in Jacksonville, Florida. We are your master plumbing company that only focuses on all your plumbing needs. So for your next plumbing job, don't call another Jack. Call Beachurst Plumbing, where plumbing is what we do and plumbing is what we're great at. Beachurst Plumbing, here to help.
Dr. Kevin Murphy with Southeast Orthopedic Specialist, congratulating our Scholar Athlete of the Week. Ben Krause, senior captain of the varsity basketball team at Paxton High, was a member of the all-academic team last year. Ben is an AP scholar with honors in foreign languages and world history.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
This is Mark Nato. My sons and I have seen the doctors and PAs at Southeast Ortho for everything from lumbar spine stress to elbow tendonitis. Southeast has always been there, been truthful, and always been on point. Everything they say happens. We can't thank them enough for what they've done and the great care that they have taken of our sons.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
I'm Max Fink, and I'm your Gator Updater. Listen for the Gator Report several times a week on 1010XL.
Freshened up by San Jose Collision on the home of the Florida Gators. 1010XL.
Go, Gator! Collisions happen on every play in football. Collisions also happen every day on the road. If you need auto body repair, from a $30 job to a $30,000 job, trust San Jose Collision in Mandarin.
Yo, each of the T here from my bookie, and it's finally here. A game so big, we're not even supposed to say the name. Where the Kansas City Chiefs take on the Philadelphia Eagles at the Superdome. This isn't just the biggest game of the year, it's the ultimate betting event. If you're not on my bookie, you're missing out on all the action. Big game betting with MyBookie goes beyond picking the winner. We've got all the wild props you can think of for this epic showdown. Will it be heads or tails? What color will the Gatorade be for the drenching of the winning coach? Even the length of the national anthem and the spectacle of the halftime show are up for grabs. MyBookie loves giving you options to bet on everything. What really makes MyBookie stand out? We make it easy to win and even easier to get paid. Whether you deposit in crypto or credit, bonuses await. And our new loyalty program gives you cash back just for playing. Bet on the big game boost parlays, live betting, and jackpots that can turn small bets into big wins. Fast signups, lightning fast payouts. Make sure you sign up using my promo code TentonXL to get that deposit. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. Come on, somebody.
Listen up, Ospreys. UNF Homecoming Week is just around the corner. You don't want to miss the festivities, especially the Birds of Trade, as the UNF men's basketball team hosts Bellarmine Thursday, February 6th, and FGCU Saturday, February 8th at UNF Arena, tipping off at 5. Show off your pride and reconnect with your alma mater. Thursday, February 6th at 8, and Saturday, February 8th at 5. Visit UNFOspreys.com/buy tickets now to secure your seats. Swoop!
North Florida is growing with lots of new families joining our community. If you're one of them making the move here, your next move should be a call to American Electrical to create the best home automation system, enhancing your living experience. There are many ways your life can be made easier through smart home technology, voice-activated systems, automated lighting, total house temperature control. With American Electrical, they've got everything you need to automate your home and make it your true oasis. Check out American-Electrical.com. Powered by professionalism and raising the excellence bar.
Yo, this is Tony from Tony D's. Are you looking for a great slice of pizza? Well, we have about 12 varieties. Most places won't have slices of pizza after lunch. At Tony D's, you can get a slice all day. It's always fresh at Tony D's Pizza. Bay Meadows and 295.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Back here on the drill, Super Bowl week, Chiefs, Eagles. I keep every conversation I have, and I was talking with Jason Gibson, Sharks head coach, as he was out the door following that segment. I know we were talking about the game, and, he asked me who do I like, and I just keep coming with this. I see 4 potential outcomes, which really only, in my mind, there are only 3 potential outcomes, and 2 of the 3 favor Kansas City. And here's what I mean. I don't think the Chiefs can lose a close game. I'm sorry. I'm wrong. Of course they can. I don't think they'll lose a close game. Which leaves only one option to victory for the Eagles. They're going to have to blow them out or beat them by a couple scores. When I say blow them out, I don't mean it's got to be, NFC championship game, but you better at least play them like the Commanders, get a couple score leads. So when they do score, you still got that buffer. It's the only way the Chiefs can beat them. It's the only way the Eagles can beat them, I think. I think the game comes down to the wire. The Chiefs will do what they do every single time. They'll win. And so, man, if you're going to have to ask me who I'm going to find, as the favorite, who do I think is going to win? Yeah, I'm going to take the team that has 2 of the 3 options, 2 of the 3 paths to victory. I don't see a path to victory for the Eagles where they win a close game. And I could be wrong. The Eagles are really good. That defensive roster is outstanding. What a GM they have, huh?
Howie?
Yeah, Howie Roseman.
He did his thing.
What a GM. Look what he's done on the offense.
Yes.
Jalen Hurts and Devontae Smith. Went and got A.J. Brown. Dallas Goedert's terrific. Even before the season began, just to get an extra body, Jahan Dotson at receiver. Hadn't done a ton, but when he's needed to, they've been able to plug him in. And Saquon Barkley, it's pretty obvious what he's done. Barkley well aware that the Chiefs haven't given up a 100-yard rusher this year, except quarterback Lamar Jackson. He said as much in the opening night ceremonies last night. But I had kind of cross-pollinate here, I was talking with Coach Gibson before he left, too, and he gave me a couple of interesting indoor football notes as it applies to a couple of big football stories that we're covering right now. One is, I told him, I said, man, you're just like us. You leave the best stuff on the table. For us, it's overheard in the break. For you, I didn't ask you, I guess. Anyway. Nick Sirianni. Coach Gibson's actually coached against Sirianni. Sirianni was a receiver on one of the minor league indoor football leagues. And our head coach, Liam Cohen, Spent a year as a quarterback in the indoor football league as well.
Hey.
Yeah, Alabama Vipers, I think he said. So, yeah, a couple of tie-ins between the indoor football game, and I expect the Sharks to bounce back. Okay, couple of big news notes from the National Football League involve the trade market. One guy says he wants on. The other guy says he doesn't want on, and neither is going to get their way. Myles Garrett wants traded out of Cleveland, says he's ready to play for a contender, and I get it. I'm tired of this cycle of suck that I'm in, and that's basically all Cleveland has offered. But the Browns, rightly, smartly say, yeah, no, we're not trading Myles Garrett. It's one of the few things we've gotten right through the years. They did not add. And then you got Cooper Kupp, who, now this is the other side of the business, man. This is the other side of the business. Cooper Kupp's been awesome for them, right? Super Bowl MVP. One of the few real difference makers. Like I was preaching, like, well, tell me the year where you're the star, the reason is the receiver. Cooper Kupp comes about as close to that as anyone else has when he won the Triple Crown of receiving in the Super Bowl MVP a few years back. But he's been banged up. He's been beat up. He's been hobbled. He hasn't played full seasons in 3 or 4 years. I wouldn't want Cooper Kupp on the Jags. I mean, if I got him free and just I'll take, whatever best case scenario, I certainly don't want to trade for him. I'm not picking up even a fraction of that massive salary he still carries. But it's just interesting that, here are two guys on the trade market, each for different reasons and each not going to get their way for, the different reasons that there were when it comes to Kupp. He can be an addition for a contender. The Jags aren't in a position to get him. Right? If I'm the Bills, I'll take Cooper Kupp. If I'm the Bengals, if I'm a contending team, I would take Cooper Kupp and just for what he was worth. But it feels like this is one of the situations where if you're not a contending team, you take Cooper Kupp expecting and hoping he's going to be something that he's probably just not capable of being anymore. It's Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday. Want to see what's trending, Oh, here he goes. No Martha Stewart today, right?
No Martha.
You know.
Number 5.
We're going to start off with this number 5, man. Some unfortunate news, man. Marcus Jordan.
That's Mike, one of Mike's kids?
Yeah, I think.
Is this the one that was dating the Pippen?
Yes, that's how I knew there was something wrong with that boy, man.
Okay, yeah.
That was the indication.
I tried to tell y'all. Y'all were telling me it was okay. No, it's not.
Sometimes you read them right. Sometimes you read them wrong,
Okay,
Jeffrey.
you read it wrong. All right.
Winner Jeff.
Okay, what happened?
Marcus Jordan, son of Michael Jordan, has been arrested for DUI and drug possession and resisting arrest. But something told me that boy was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs when you were dating Scottie Pippen.
That's what I'm saying, man. Yeah. What are you doing, dude? That goes the other way. You got to be her age and she yours, dude.
Right. Oh, man.
Scrappy. That's what he is. They call that scrappy.
Number 4.
Scraps.
To keep it on the Jordan train.
Okay.
Jalen Hurts. Like, I'm into fashion and style. Like, I'm into that stuff.
Styling and profiling. That's what you do.
I like that.
I like it, too. I like it about you.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And so, Jalen
This is my style, ladies and gentlemen. Here you are.
Hey, I ain't gonna
Black Jordan sweatpants and a T-shirt.
Nah, you normally have a little more swag.
A little more than that. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Today was just one of them
Thank you, friend. Somebody's got to dress. Our guy here looks like he's going to piling into a car with about 12 other friends. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Road trip. So Jalen Hurts, yesterday was, what do they call opening day?
Yeah, it used to be Super Bowl Media Day is what it back in the day, but now it's opening night. Is what
opening night. And I've actually been to a couple of those, just being on the floor with all the players and stuff. But when Jalen Hurts had arrived, he had on a hoodie. And on that hoodie, he had on, there was a picture of a pair of cleats that he wore. He's sponsored by Jordan.
Okay.
And he was fined for wearing Jordan 11 retro cleats, but they were 2 different colors. They were 2 different greens. And right now, Jordan is running a banned campaign for some shoes that's returning. It's the iconic Jordan 1, the first shoe that he wore under the Jordan brand, but he got fined because it wasn't the Bulls colors.
Okay.
So it was just ironic that it was ironic he wore a hoodie that also supported the band campaign. If if you're into the shoes, it's a cool little story to follow.
I like that. Yeah, I'm not. I've spent time into the shoes. That's a younger man game, I think. Right.
And all the Jordan shoes.
You get old enough to get the Keds. You don't care anymore.
Not the Keds.
I ain't getting no Keds. What have I got on today? I got Nike at least.
All the Jordan shoes, there's a story behind them. So
Skechers is what us old folks do.
No, not the Skechers.
Skechers. My man's got about 4 pairs of Skechers.
Number 3.
Now, this was cool, but I think it's going to start something that may not be good.
Okay.
Messi. Anytime you see Messi, he always has a security guard somewhere near close by. Now, his team down in Miami were playing a preseason game, and a pitch invader, I guess what they call it in soccer, basically a streaker who ran on the field.
Okay.
I guess he wanted to get closer to Messi. But then he pulled his phone out to take a selfie with Messi.
Where do you pull it out of if you're streaking? Just out of curiosity?
Well, he went butt naked. So he was one of those streakers that just ran on the field.
Oh, okay. That's it. Oh, I got you. He's not naked. He's just running out there like a crazy man.
Right, because I guess he just wanted to get close to Messi.
Yeah.
He pulled his phone out to take a selfie, and Messi and the bodyguard kind of posed, let him pose for the selfie.
Now take him away, boys.
Right, it's kind of cool that he got the selfie, but I think that's going to start something because now people may think, oh, well, if I do this, I'll be able to do that. And
I saw that. I want to say it was soccer also. I've seen that recently where somebody did something and then the athlete was like, nah, to heck with it, and just did it. I don't know. Maybe the athlete, like Messi, realizes, yeah, you may as well get this because I ain't going to see you for 3 to 5. We'll see you in 3 to 5. Oh, it was worth it.
Number 2.
Back on opening night, somebody who's really creating a way for themselves in media is Jameis Winston.
Okay. What's he doing?
Oh man, the people love him. Have you seen any of his antics like on camera?
Oh, through the years?
Yeah, through the years.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I know all about Jameis and his personality. He's childlike.
His personality is growing, especially because I guess once he's done with football, he's definitely going to go into media. And he had a lot of shining moments last night. And one of the moments he was talking to Saquon, and Saquon kind of threw a jab at him because somehow they got on the question of who's going to play, something about playing quarterback. And Saquon said, hey, the Giants need a quarterback.
Poor Jameis just can't quarterback in the NFL. Every time he always has these incredible he's Bortles, isn't he? A lot of Bortles, like stronger armed than Bortles. But like as far as he just can't sustain the success. Right. And that's but he's out there. I mean, you're talking about a guy that at college jumped up on the thing, grabbed him by the blankety blank,
right.
Then was told he was suspended and showed up to the game in uniform anyway. He's just different, dude. I'm not kidding.
Right.
All true stories.
And then my favorite one was who wants to eat a W?
Yeah,
that's
right.
my favorite Jameis.
Yeah, and then he licks his fingers.
He licks his fingers in the shape of a W.
He's cray-cray, man.
But what he was doing last night, he was asking the reporters or the players questions like, hey, can I give you a W? And he was throwing them W-shaped cookies.
I don't know.
Oh, man, gotta love Jameis.
Number 1.
And the number 1 trending topic, this is for all of you in Duval. There's a lot of you that's been down since 95. There's been a lot of you that's just recently jumped on board. But if you haven't heard, the executive vice president of your Jacksonville Jaguars is the one and only Tony Boselli. I think that is a wonderful move, Big Bo. I am personally proud of you, from the player that you were to the Hall of Famer that you became, and now you're working in the front office to a team that I grew up watching, to a team that I thought I was going to end up playing for, but God had a different route for me. However, Big Bo, this is a perfect role for you, and my man, I need you to bring us home. What we all been fiending for is that ship. Come on, somebody.
All right. I second all those thoughts about Tony. Yeah. Second those thoughts. All right. That's what's trending. We'll come back, introduce you to Jaguars today, some final thoughts on today's program and more. You're listening to The Drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Play-by-play just makes everyday life better.
I did not see this one coming.
Get the most play-by-play on 1010XL, Jacksonville's play-by-play sports radio.
So, Dad, how many people did we have in the house for the family party this year?
I think we had about 30, but with all those grandkids, it felt like 300. They were all over the carpets, rugs, sofa, and chairs, and the kitchen tile really took a beating.
Sounds like it's time to call Zero Res. The Zero Res text will get the house looking great again.
Folks, if you need help cleaning up after the holidays, give Zero Res a call. Right now, get 25% off carpet cleaning and 25% off upholstery cleaning. Zero Res.
Spelled forward or backwards, it's the right way to clean.
Zero Res. Hey, gang, I couldn't be any happier than to be part of the George Moore Chevrolet family. And when I say family, that's what I mean. That's how they treat you when you visit that beautiful showroom off of Atlantic Boulevard. You'll find out exactly what I'm talking about. No pressure, just friendly help, just smiles, just having a good time. And whether you want a car, a truck, an SUV, electric, pre-owned, you name it, George Moore Chevrolet's got it. You know me, I got my boy Blue, that beautiful blue Silverado. I couldn't be any happier. If you can't make it over to Atlantic Boulevard, that's okay. MoreChevy.com. MoreChevy.com is easy to navigate as any site you can try. All the vehicles, you'll see them right there. Sales, service, parts. Never been more easy to use. See what I did there? George Moore Chevrolet, gang, together. Let's drive.
These days, we do everything from our phones. That's why JEA's app lets you manage your utility services anytime, anywhere. Whether you want to view your account, pay your bill, sign up for programs, or check the outage map, you can do it all right from the app, when and where it's convenient for you. Because we want to make doing business with us as quick and easy as possible. Download the free JEA app from the App Store today. JEA, your community, your utility.
Yo, ET here for MyBookie, and it's finally here. A game so big, we're not even supposed to say the name. Where the Kansas City Chiefs takes on the Philadelphia Eagles at the Superdome. This isn't just the biggest game of the year, it's the ultimate betting event too. If you're not on MyBookie, you're missing out, my boy. The action on the big game, betting with MyBookie goes beyond just picking the winner. There's all type of wild props you can think of for this epic showdown. Will it be heads or tails? What color Gator will be drenching the winning head coach? Even the link to the national anthem. MyBookie loves giving you options to bet on everything. What really makes MyBookie stand out? We make it easy to win and even easier to get that bread back. Whether you deposit with crypto or credit, your bonuses await, and our new loyalty program gives you cash back just for playing. Bet on big game boosted parlays, live betting, and jackpots that can all turn small bets into big wins. Use that promo code 1010XL and double that deposit bonus. So bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. Come on, somebody.
Don't ignore plumbing leaks. They can lead to mold and mildew or structural damage and drain your wallet. So when you have a leak and can't wait a week, call Roland Reich Plumbing. PlumbingJacksonville.com.
Hi, everybody. Mike Dempsey here for Awaken 180 Weight Loss. This Sunday's the big game. Look, don't blame me. This would be much easier if I could say this has finally come. Parties, football, libations, food, all the festivities we welcome every February. The question is, what if you're trying to lose weight but still enjoy watching the with friends? The answer? Nothing. As I've told you before, Awaken 180 is built for real-life scenarios. The reason Awaken 180 is now in their 9th year and growing nationally, the program works. Eat wings and meatballs while watching the Super Bowl. Have a beverage while betting on the Super Bowl. Live your life while enjoying the Super Bowl. I think you get the point. Whether you're in the weight loss phase or in free lifelong maintenance, Awaken 180 won't get in the way of enjoying the big game. Reserve your consultation today at awaken180weightloss.com or call 844-346-1800. That's 844-346-1800 for Awaken 180 Weight Loss.
3D Digital has you covered for any of your business's digital marketing needs. From producing award-winning videos to getting those digital ads to follow your customers around the internet, our team has your back. Visit 3ddigital.com or give us a call at 904-712-4004 to schedule a free consultation today. 904-712-4004.
This Date in Sports History is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On February 3rd, 2007, the Indianapolis Colts beat the Chicago Bears at the Super Bowl, winning 29-17. Indianapolis Colts quarterback Peyton Manning is awarded MVP.
New and pre-owned firearms are in stock at Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jacksonville Beach. Want a new sidearm or rifle? Brands like Kimber, Smith & Wesson, 6 Hour, Beretta. No lines, no hassle. Only at Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jacksonville Beach.
Brian and Angela Wall here with Window World. By now, everyone has heard about saving money on their energy bills. There are all sorts of things you can do to cut energy costs, but most people don't think about their windows.
But Window World knows that the biggest energy loss in almost every home is the windows. There is more energy loss from old builder-grade windows than just about anything else in your home.
You can upgrade your heating and air, your appliances. That's good too. But before you do all that, upgrade your windows to Window World's energy-efficient windows.
Window World's windows are easy to clean, energy efficient, and have the best guarantee in the business.
Window World's slogan is simply the best for less, and we mean it. You get great American-made windows, and you get to keep more of your money when you buy from Window World. Need any more reasons to buy your windows from Window World? Call them today and set up your free in-home estimate, or go online to windowworldneflorida.com.
Window World,
simply the best for less. Thank you for your business.
Window World also offers energy-efficient doors.
Don't miss the big game specials at Southern Steer Butcher. Check out our website for the big game snack attack, party combo, sampler combo, and the best buffalo dip you've ever had.
For tasty tips and juicy breasts, choose Southern Steer Butcher.
Attention skilled electricians. Are you undervalued at your current company? Time to step up to the bigger projects and better opportunities. Join the team at Miller Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Miller, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering not just the job, but an experienced, top-notch pay, unbeatable benefits, and the best working environments in the business. Please join the team that values your skills and rewards your hard work. Elevate your career to new heights. Apply today at millercareers.com, an equal opportunity employer.
Ready, aim, inspire at the 7th Annual Mackenzie Noel Wilson Foundation Clay Shoot, Thursday, February 20th at Jack's Clay Target Sports. Hi, I'm Paul Martinez, president of the Boys and Girls Clubs of Northeast Florida. We've got you covered. Ammo, carts, clays, delicious food, and amazing prizes. Whether you're a sharpshooter or just in it for fun, this event is for you. Support the important work of the Boys and Girls Clubs of Northeast Florida and Mackenzie's Camp Deep Pond. Sign up at bgcnf.org/events.
The big game is almost here, and Sonny's Barbecue wants you to win a barbecue feast. Text Sonny's to the text line brought to you by Lifetime Flooring at 641-1010 for your chance to win. 641-1010.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Now the cool down with Donovan Air, Electric and Plumbing, keeping Jack's cool since '87.
I'm going to cool down with some college basketball. We didn't talk an awful lot about it today, but Leonard Hamilton announced yesterday he'll be stepping down at the end of the season. Hamilton has had a long, prestigious career in college basketball. Even folks probably don't remember, you know what distinction Leonard Hamilton also holds from the NBA?
No.
Didn't Leonard Hamilton coach Michael Jordan? Didn't Leonard Hamilton get the Washington Wizards job for like half a minute and coach Michael Jordan? I know you remember him only from college, where he's been a head coach at Oklahoma State, Miami of Florida, and Florida State. But I'm pretty sure tucked in between Miami and FSU was the job of being Michael Jordan's Washington Wizards coach. Could be wrong. Jordan could have been gone by then. But listen, Leonard did a good job at FSU. He did a good job of making it through a lot of average and keeping his job, because a lot of times when you hit that ceiling, ask Mike White. Like, people, after a while, even if you're going to the tournament and winning games, if you're not making deeper runs, then it's can get a little bit maddening, and he kind of did that. But overall, let me see how many 20-win years at FSU. 1, 2. Here's a 25-10. Problem is they lost first round of the tournament. So that's 3, 4, 5. There's another 25-10. That's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's a 29-8, a 26-5. 12 20-win seasons at Florida State. I'd say that's pretty good. It's gotten not good lately.
If I'm reading this correctly, he was Wizards coach from 20 to 21, Jordan was there from 01 to 03.
So 0 to 01.
Yeah.
So he was probably there when they hired, when they signed him. He may have coached him for like a minute and got fired in season.
He was definitely around.
Yeah, I think he maybe started coaching that year. Did he get him he may have had him for a whole year, in fact. So either way, listen, FSU's basketball program, though, it was at its best in the late teens. I mean, they had a 26-9, and that's when they started getting this NBA level talent too. By the way, that there are a bunch of them in the league. But in 2016-17, they went 26-9, won a tournament game. Next year, 23-12, went to the Elite Eight. Next year, I think they lost to Michigan there. The next year, 29-8, went to the Sweet 16. And then they were sitting 26-5, 16-4, and in first place in the ACC, in line to be a number one overall seed, if not at least a top seed, and COVID wiped out the season. They came back in the next year, won 18 games, went to the Sweet 16 again, but now this is going to be the fourth straight year where they fail to make the tournament, it would appear. He also has some problems off court, where 3 or 4 of his players are suing him for, NIL promises unfulfilled. But Leonard Hamilton has had a good career at FSU. 456 wins at Florida State. That's got to be, it's got to be the all-time leader, right? Probably not even close. In fact, Leonard Hamilton probably passed the all-time lead so long ago that you forget he's the all-time leader. But 456 wins, man, that's a ton of wins. And he was there for a long time. 20-something years. His first season, 02-03. And now announcing yesterday, after the 24-25 season, it'll be his last. Leonard Hamilton is also older than you think. He looks great, man. He's always looked 10 years younger than he is. But Leonard is, checks notes, 76, right?
Yeah, he don't look 76.
By the way, while talking college basketball, Gators play Vandy tonight. Vanderbilt is a 12.5-point underdog, which doesn't seem to be in line with some of their victories earlier this year. Those were home wins, and it's a big spread that I feel like Florida will cover. We'll see. You know what's tomorrow, E?
Tomorrow is February 5th.
That's right. Tomorrow's used to be a huge day in sports.
Oh, signing day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is still a late signing day, gang, in case you didn't know. And now for most colleges, it doesn't matter. They do all their work before the early signing day. So when it comes to local interest, Florida State, Miami, Georgia, most of those classes have been put to bed. If those schools add another player or two today, I don't know. I haven't kept up. I mean, we're ground running already with early entries and spring practice about to come. But that's not the case at one college football locale where they didn't really have a coach on early signing day, or not the one they have now. And so I enjoyed this column that I read, how Bill Belichick is recruiting at North Carolina, putting the state on notice. North Carolina's Providence Day School is used to seeing the biggest names in college football roam its halls. In the 2024 class, the school starting quarterback signed with Michigan. This cycle, one of its O tackles is the number 7 overall recruit. He'll play at Tennessee. Kirby Smart, Dabo Swinney, Shane Beamer, Virginia Tech's Brent Pye, they've all made visits to campus in the past month. But they say there's something different about the morning of Jan 7 from the parade of coaches in their polos, quarter zips, and Air Force Ones. One coach stood out, Bill Belichick, winner of 8 Super Bowls, renowned for his makeshift sleeveless hoodies, was the first coach any player had seen show up wearing a suit and square-toed dress shoes. The jacket and tie he wore were different. Got a lot of funny comments on Twitter about that offensive tackle, Leo Delaney said. He's one of the higher remaining recruits that didn't sign early. He's number 62. He's actually in 2026. But I think that represents the style of his recruiting coach, and it's formal, it's straightforward, it's old school. He's exactly how you would expect him to be. If Belichick's arrival at North Carolina is one of college football's most fascinating stories, the first chapter has been written on the recruiting trail these past 54 days. Belichick, how does the 72-year-old who's coached in the NFL since 1975 deal with recruiting teenagers for the first time? We're getting answers. He inherited a recruiting class in tatters. He got the North Carolina job on December 12th. Less than 2 months later, His remade class is a National Signing Day ranking of number 48 in the class rankings. It's up from its place outside of the top 75 in late November when Mac Brown was fired. Since December 20th, Belichick's staff has added 15 players to the 2025 class, headlined by a top 300 quarterback. Interesting to see how the Belichick thing plays out. We always feel like we know better, for people in their careers than they do themselves. I see a lot of that with Mark Brunell and what he should or could be doing right now rather than what Mark chooses to do. But Belichick is the same way, right? I mean, we refuse to believe he was just going to take the North Carolina job and work the North Carolina job. The guy, quickly it became, he hadn't signed his contract. The NFL's still there. And then it was, this NFL team wants to talk to him. But no, it's pretty clear now at this point he's going to be at North Carolina this year. Man, college football, there's no Patriot way. These guys roll in and out every 2-3 years. They want to take coaching and in-game execution to win games. In the right conference to do it, though, I'd say. E?
Now, the 2-minute drill. Serviced by Cool Cats Heating and Cooling. Locally owned and operated. We're your neighbors. Find the coolest cats in town at coolcatsjacks.com.
Tony is in. Jaguars Today is coming up next. Good morning, Tone.
Good morning.
What you got coming up?
I was just thinking in my mind, could there be a more opposite energy than Deion Sanders and Bill Belichick in college football?
And that's the truth. Imagine them back to back.
Right? Like that kind of thing being added to the game here in the last several years. But yeah, Bill Belichick in North Carolina. Okay. We'll see how much attention that gets. And it is a completely different world, right? Like going into a high schooler's living room and trying to convince him to come play with you. And now you got to figure out how much you're going to pay him to do it. Right? Like it's got that added thing to it now in college football. We'll see how Belichick deals with that as he adapts to the college football game.
Look, I think what he learns is there's no parity in college football. There is no fairness. There is no salary cap. There is no draft. There is no free agency. There is no Patriot way. You got to go against these mercenaries that are going to take the guy you have your eye on and pay him $2 million, and thus you're not going to get the guy you had your eye on. So it's going to be it's a whole new world for sure. All right, Jaguars Today is coming up next. We appreciate you. It's been a Cal and Chuck Accessories Tuesday. We'll see you tomorrow morning.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
The team that loves the team you love.
They came together as a team.
1010XL, home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Your new roof from Universal Roof and Contracting can help save a life. Percentage of every new roof